musician time pudding? You say musician time? What would that refer to? Elaborate for me, puddings. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, including puddings. Hi, Kim. How are you? Really excited. It's the eve of October and the eve of the infamous fourth quarter. So good stuff ahead. What do you guys plan on doing? I'll tell you what I plan on doing. I plan on listing. I plan on listing a lot of postcards, as a matter of fact. I just keep accumulating some, thanks to Popeye's auctions and several other auctions over on Whatnot. Big fan of them. Great way for a novice like me to accumulate a stash and get going with it. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm having a reasonably good success rate with them so far. So onward and upward with the postcard thing. List. Correct. Hi, Cam. Hi, puddings. Fashionably late. Am I? It was like 2 minutes. But anyway, hi, CJ. Hey, Allie. Hoping to list as you list. Yeah, no problem. We'll definitely do some listing tonight. I'm glad. I've heard lots of people say that they get inspired when they see somebody else listing on a listing show, and it encourages them. That was actually the impetus of this whole thing, the listing shows, was to try to encourage other people to list along. There's other people that have shows like that, shipping shows, Jackass Retro, and there's probably a bunch of listing shows, live listing shows as well. And it's true. It kind of gets you in the mood to copy and get in the spirit of things. So again, welcome everybody. Happy Friday evening. Hope everybody's doing well. My wife and I have family scattered through the country, like probably most of us do, including my mom, who lives down in Florida, my aunt, who lives in Cape Coral, which is right next to Fort Myers. So it was a very concerning couple of days, obviously, for us. And then my sister lives in around Charlotte, North Carolina. She just moved there a year ago. Hurricanes were heading right for her. And then it's coming up to us in a weaker form. But it done messed up my schedule, because tomorrow night we were supposed to have a Beatles show on the beach in Delaware. Guess what? It was canceled. So that kind of stinks. But I know, of course, I'm joking. I mean, who cares in the grand scheme of things? There's people whose lives were destroyed. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing all right. If anybody's down in that area, lives in that area, feel free to chime in, say hi, and let us know that you're okay. But it's a dangerous, it definitely was a dangerous storm. Popeye's motivated to do nothing. Well, sometimes it's the best thing you could do. Welcome, Popeye. Speaking of Popeye, guess what I got today? My 1.5 pounds of California cards, all in sleeves. Thank you so much, Popeye. And thank you for the little extra you threw in. I appreciate that very much. It will be put to good use, I trust. Trust me. Thanks a lot. I'm going to list them all together. Well, list them all together. I'm going to have them in one. I'm working on my whole inventory system. Kelly, great guy, was helping me with some thoughts around the inventory process, along with Popeye, of course, who has a great video series about how he does things. And just like I have a video on the printhead thing, that's how I do things. And hopefully, you create your own system, or you could mirror one of ours. That's fine. But I'm hoping to basically mirror what Popeye does and Kelly does. And then, maybe throw my own little twist on it. But conceptually, it's the same idea. So thanks again, Popeye, you motivated me to get into postcards, that's for sure. So I'm pumped up. And it is October Eve after all, isn't it? In 6 hours, it'll be October. Fourth quarter begins. Hopefully, all the good stuff that comes with fourth quarter in the world of reselling hits all of us, blesses all of us. Puddings won an auction. You put a low bid on a lot list. We completely forgot about it and won it on the open bid. Awesome, man. That's very good. Just like a mixed lot? Like what kind of lot? Varied product types. Great thing about Whatnot, again, I'm talking about postcards specifically because that's what I've been buying along with some records and stuff, is it is a wonderful thing to watch somebody go through the cards and just say, here's what we have. It takes a lot of the guesswork out that I know all of us have gone through, including Popeye when he bought the $1 million legendary million card collection. How many, even if I know they're expanding to 24 pictures on eBay. 24 pictures when you're looking to pick up 1 million cards is not going to be a great representation. So the Whatnot, the whole live auction thing is just fantastic. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of the equation and it makes it easier. So kudos to Popeye, kudos to everybody else out there that does the old Whatnot thing. Speaking of Whatnot, a week from tomorrow, Saturday, the 8th of October, we will be launching Ephemerama 2. 5 people, starting up at 5 o'clock. I keep forgetting the time. I'm sorry. I think it's 5. It's either 5 or 6. Ben, from New Dew Provisions is kicking off. Popeye's closing out at 10-ish and ending whenever he feels like it. And I'm going from 8 to 9. So hopefully you guys will check that out if you're on Whatnot. If you're not, check out the link below this video. You can get $10 to use towards one of those auctions right away into your account. And if you'd be kind enough to give us all a follow out there in Whatnot, it should be a lot of fun. It's kind of a slightly smaller version of the huge event we did a month and a half ago or so, Paperpalooza. So I'm looking forward to it. It's my first ephemerama because I unfortunately missed last one because I had a show. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But good for you, Puddings. That's really cool that you won. More. Yeah, I know. Of course. There's always more coming. Yeah, and this is nice. I mean, I like the fact that they're all sleeved. Granted, of course, I have to unsleeve them to throw them through the scanner, but no big deal. It keeps them safe. And you're right about the way they slip slide. My goodness. But I literally just got them at like 5:30. My mail came. So it's fresh out of the box. Pumped up. Looking forward to it. Dive into those. Puddings for one state. Got it today. Listed 25 and so on. I'll see. That's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Good luck, Puddings. That's awesome. Hey, doing it wrong. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Good to see you. There's Kelly. How you doing, Kelly? Welcome. Saturday show, Popeye. Yeah, that is nice of you. I don't know if leave it up to you, Popeye. Tell everybody what the good work you're doing, or if you'd like, I can mention it too. But I just saw a post recently on Facebook and Instagram that Popeye is doing something for all the victims of this recent storm, which is incredibly admirable. So take it away, Popeye, if you want to mention what it is. Or if you'd like, I'll just screen share one of your posts or something, which I'd be happy to do. Let me see if I can find it. I just saw it pop up again, just moments before the show. I was definitely going to mention that. And Kelly, thanks so much for all your help these past few days. Kelly is good people and a man on a mission when it comes to flipping, which I can appreciate wholeheartedly. I'm trying to find Popeye's thing. Hold on. How about we search? Do you mind, Popeye, if I put up the post? Yeah, I'll save it, and I'll just put the picture up. Yep, Hurricane Ian relief. Sorry, folks. Last minute trying to create a little an image so that I can show everybody on the show live. But got that handsome Popeye claymation figure, whatever that is. His little mascot, which is kind of cool. Bam. Let's throw it up. Do a little screen share action. Okay, cool. Thanks. Let's open it up. There it is. Let's share it. Hopefully. Yes, let us share it. There you go, everybody. Check this out. Really cool. You could read right there the intent. Charity auction for Hurricane Ian relief. All proceeds will be donated from tomorrow night's Whatnot auction, 8 p.m. on Whatnot by Popeye. And trust me, if anybody's seen one of his auctions, they usually do really well. So incredible generosity exhibited here by John. Thank you very much on behalf of everybody else. What a great idea, to use your powers for good in this case, right? Really cool. Oh, that's a Popeye bank. Cool. It almost looks like a claymation thing. I never knew what that was, but it's become your little insignia, right? Which is really cool. Your little motto. So anyway, check that out, everybody. As my dog falls down the stairs, but he'll be fine. It's just a flesh wound. Really cool. So everybody, needless to say, check this out tomorrow night if you have availability over on Whatnot. Obviously, follow the Popeye on the Whatnot if you're foolish enough to have not done so already. But that's really cool. Thanks so much on behalf of everybody, Popeye. That's really cool. Great idea. I'm always encouraging everybody to follow that lead, which I'd be happy to do if I can get a show up this weekend, which now I have time because I don't have my Beatles show. So maybe I'll throw something together too. That would be absolutely Wonderful. Hey, Cameron, you picked up a stack of Life magazines. Beautiful, man. 25 cents a magazine. Cameron, with the steal of the day, along with Pudding's Postcards, who scored a really nice lot of one state. Listed 25 cards, sold one instantly. But that's awesome, Cameron. Congratulations. 50s and 60s, good stuff. You've probably seen half of them on my listing shows. So you know the goodness within. At an estate sale. That's really cool. And do I speak the truth, Cameron? You might be able to back me up on this. I've mentioned in videos that estate sales are great places to find magazines, obviously, and 9 times out of 10, just like Cameron could attest to, they're almost giving them away at some point. Most people just literally walk over them. They're in the way, they're in the corner, there's stuff in the corner. Nobody has any, they're not sexy. They don't like jump out at most people when they're walking through an estate sale. Of course, my eyes light up. I'm sure Cameron's do now too. So that's a tremendous job. 25 cents per all day. How many did you get roughly? Like a solid amount? Congratulations, Cameron. That's good stuff. It was at noon. Everyone passed by them this morning. Yeah, see? And today's what? Friday, right? So day one of the sale. I'm assuming it's a weekend sale. I bet you if you went Sunday, if you didn't pick them up, there's a good chance they'd be sitting there too. Oh, 6 or 7. That's all right. 6 or 7 times 20 ads, right? Let's be conservative and say 120 ads. Even if it's $10, it's $1,200 for a quarter times 7. That's nice work, Cameron. All day and all night. But yeah, we have 2 lists this evening. I still have a bunch of whatever. When was this? Probably 2 weeks ago we listed the World War II, or was it last week? I've lost track. Maybe it was last week. We did some World War II stuff. I think we did some postcards last week too, which was kind of cool to mix those in. But yeah, we have several more ads from it's a 1942 issue of Life magazine, World War II style. So we have some WW2 stuff to get into. Awesome, man. Am I on Whatnot tonight? No, I'm not on Whatnot tonight. I'm set up for Saturday for Ephemerama 2. Let me make sure. I better not be. That would be kind of funny. Did I schedule something for tonight? I don't think so. No, October 8th at 8 p.m. And then I'm going to put some other ones up during the week. But I'm really trying to ramp up for Ephemerama 2. So I've held off. Like I didn't do my regular one. It's actually next week, Cameron, the 8th. Right? That's what I'm looking at. It says October 8th at 8 p.m. That's Ephemerama. I've been purposely not doing. I didn't do a show. I usually do Wednesday nights. I didn't do one this past Wednesday because, like I said, I want to gear up for Ephemerama. But I might do a smaller version this coming week. We'll see. Over on the Whatnot. Because I do enjoy doing it. All right, so everybody fired up except for John because he's enthused to do nothing, as he said, or inspired to do nothing. But is anybody pumped up for the fact it is October 1st tomorrow? And, the beginning of fourth quarter, a lot of good things are usually expected come fourth quarter. I know it's true. A lot of the retail stores, the big box stores and smaller stores, they make a good portion of their income for the entire year. It does literally take place those last 3 months of the year. So that's good stuff. Hopefully we can all capitalize on that. You weren't invited to what? To Ephemerama? Ephemerama. Let's get our nomenclature correct there, Cameron. Nomenclature. That's an SAT word. Ephemerama 2, as a matter of fact. Ephemerama 2. It's next Saturday, 5 to 10 or 6 to 10, something like that. Yeah, it might be time to get some stuff together. You're going to give everything away during the shows. Nah, somehow I don't think you're in danger of losing. I think you consider a quarter for November to January, October hit and miss. Oh yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I totally agree with the January thing. I know it's not technically fourth quarter, but I totally agree. It's the post Christmas thing is usually still big. You got people doing returns. You got people that got money. Either they return and get cash for the return, which is probably what most people do nowadays, or they get cash for Christmas and all that stuff, and they're ready to spend in January. And it's the coldest month of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. And I totally agree. I think January is usually a pretty good month. So let's see what happens this year. I never want to assume anything anymore with recent events taking place, but it should theoretically be the beginning of a beautiful thing tomorrow. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Hello, hello. Check out Johnny at 8:30 a.m. Monday to Friday. Does a really cool show. Always pushing other resellers, encouraging other resellers to join his show, to join the chat, to push their stores and their not their stores, their YouTube channels. Excuse me. Great group of people in there. It's a great way to start a day. So again, 8:30 a.m. Monday to Friday, over on Cajun Roots Reseller with the coolest icon graphic thing in the business, bar none. Good to see you, man. Yoon Stargirl, how you doing? Hi, Johnny and everyone. Good to see you. Yeah, I think we met in Johnny's show, or she found me through Johnny's show. So again, thank you so much. Really, everybody, check out it's a great, I was gonna say station, great channel. Cajun Roots Reseller LLC. Mach 2, his second venture into the YouTubes, and doing well. And a huge proponent, again, of other YouTubers, other resellers. So great vibes, great karma over there on that show every morning. Good way to start your show, get pumped up for a day of reselling excitement. Speaking of reselling excitement, we are going to list tonight. And I'm tempted, because the postcard thing is new, so I'm tempted to dive into postcards. But I think I'm going to, at least we'll start with some more World War II ads, because a lot of people come in specifically for the ad stuff. And I wouldn't want them to be sad-faced all weekend. So we're going to have to do some ads for sure. But maybe we'll sneak a couple of postcards in after we get a few ads up. What do you say? So without further ado, I will bring up my screen, which of course I closed out accidentally because I was pulling up the Instagram post. All right, this should be good. Let me set this up. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. Sweet sounds of my dog barking and going nuts. Sorry about that, everybody. Hey, Grant, how you doing? Good to see you. Grant Williams. Well, welcome to the show. We're about to list some World War II ads, Grant, so you are literally just in time. If I say literally one more time, smack me, by the way. When I worked in the Wall Street stuff, you take courses, you develop techniques and stuff just through time, through doing your job for a period of decades. One of the courses I took was about public speaking and all that. It's almost automatic, like you have to take it at depending on what level you are within the brokerage house. Well, one of the huge things that I've always been a pet peeve of mine is things like that. Everybody has them, no matter how hard you try to get rid of them. You could watch 10 YouTubers and I guarantee you'd pick it out pretty quickly, but everybody has that thing. Like in my case tonight, saying literally every other word. It's a technique that you have to, it's like a concentration mechanism. You really have to focus on what you're saying. The whole thing, all those things they try to weed out during these courses. And I catch myself constantly. And the beauty of YouTube is it's out there for posterity. And I always rewatch a lot of the shows afterwards, because sometimes during the course of a show, I don't get to read everything that's written. And I like to go back and just see if I missed anything, or if somebody had a question, I want to go back and respond. But anyway, to that point, I'm going to try to purposely, consciously avoid the dreaded, and I say the dreaded a lot too. I don't know why, but yeah, no more literally tonight. Again, I expect a smack across the brow. Should I say it? Somebody call me out. We should come up with a smack. Is there a smack little icon, smiley face somebody could throw up there? If not, a small electrical current about my bottom would probably do well too. But anyway, no more. No literally, okay? That's mine tonight. Like I said, watch 10 YouTube. I say like I said a lot too, which I got to stop. Watch other YouTube channels, not just YouTube. I'm not picking out the poor YouTuber. Watch television shows, watch interviews with people. You see it all the time. People hang on certain expressions and they say them over and over and over and over. And it takes a lot of effort to avoid some of those things. Some people call them tics. Some words are tics for people, all that kind of stuff. So you get psychology as well on the show, all for free. Literally for free. Haha, that was a joke. All right, but no more literals, okay? You listed 32 yesterday, 18 today, and 15 drafts of pictures tomorrow. Way to roll. Johnny's ready for October. Hey, GP, how are you? Great to see you. I love the optimism. Look at everybody smiling. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Great to see you as always. Welcome aboard, sir. Kelly can never rewatch his own video. I'm so used to it, Kelly. You have no idea. From years and years and years of the shows, concerts and shows, they're always usually taped. And nowadays, not only are they taped, now you can, people post them. That used to be frowned upon. They're called bootlegs. You weren't allowed to record shows, Nowadays it's unavoidable, obviously. So I've seen myself so many times during shows, and now in this, the better part of this year now with the YouTube stuff. And for a couple of years before that with my Beatlemania, I had a YouTube channel with Beatlemania stuff that we did shows just like this, but it was the whole band. I had a lot of practice doing this before I jumped in with this. And no scripts, flying without a net, as they say. You were looking and they don't have one. You just listed a postcard and eBay didn't change to the new scan. Showed the one I had to sell similar for. Oh, get out. Really? It retained the old one? That's not good. Dawn, yeah, and I'm sure Dawn will be by just any moment now. Any moment now. She told me she might be a tick late. You can play a drinking game. Yeah, I was going to say that, but that was too easy. I was like, just smack me, or virtually, you know what I mean? I'll say, you idiot, you're saying it again. Because honestly, that's the only way you're going to learn. They call that tough love. Yeah, I mean, I could give you a whole bunch, but I'm not going to do it. I can give you a whole bunch. I think I shared a few with Kelly yesterday, actually, on Instagram, which is kind of funny. A couple of ticks that some people have. Oh, that's fantastic, Johnny. Very good. I just crossed today 3,200. Nice amount. But I'll tell you, with stacks like this coming in the mail, bada bing. What does this work out to, Papa? I know it was a pound and a half, and it was actually slightly over a pound and a half, but that might be the sleeves. There's got to be like 150 cards or so, right? Who told me the thing? It was like an inch was 80 cards. Is that the rough estimate? Hold on. We have an exact 3-inch pack here. So 225 at least, because I think, again, the sleeves might give it a little extra, but not much. They're very thin. So there's another 200, 250 some odd cards. I still have a bunch from, and I just hit something on my other computer. Sorry, hold on. Otherwise, you're going to hear really loud music for no reason. Sorry about that. So I have another 250 or whatever shortly to be listed with some new techniques I've acquired through the help of others. But congrats, Johnny. That's fantastic. Greetings from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Welcome, Emporium, etc. With, by the way, that is Zeppelin-esque. I hope you know that. Look at that font, everybody. That would be very Zeppelin-esque. Led Zeppelin's swan song there. I love it. So welcome to the show. Maybe you're a fan. They're number 2 in my book all time. Kelly hates being on camera, but having to do a lot of virtual conference calls is helping me get over that awkwardness. Yeah, it's almost the way of the world nowadays, Kelly, right? Especially since the thing happened, and a lot of people were using the Skypes and the whatever the new one's called. All those video conference things. You kind of, without meaning to, you wind up you have your face on camera whether you want to or not nowadays. Kenosha. I have never been to Kenosha. I've been to Milwaukee. I've been to Green Bay. At any rate, yeah. Oh, please. And welcome, by the way. Parker's Postcards. Welcome to the show. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Everybody has them, no matter what you say, no matter what. Yeah. And trust me, people like political, they're supposed to anyway. A lot of politicians, they take courses, and it's not easy. It sounds silly. It is not easy to get away from those things. The big thing is the ums and the ahs and all that stuff. It's very difficult to speak publicly like that or in front of a camera and avoid those little things. It takes some effort. Sleeved 150. Okay, cool. So 175, we'll call it. I'm going to be optimistic. So there's 175 more. So I should be, my goal is to get to 4,000 in October for sure. 800 in a month, that should be child's play. I could easily do 100 a day cards alone, and I could definitely do at least 50, probably more. I could do a lot more than that if I dedicate the time, but I still have a few Beatles shows, and of course we have regular life stuff that detracts some of the time away, or takes some of the time away in the day, but that's my goal. So it's another thing. That's a great idea for anybody who's never done that. It might sound a little cliche and cheesy. I think it actually works. If you write down things and set goals for yourself, just for no other reason than to have something to shoot for every day. Like, I'm going to commit here on the radio. I was going to say here on the YouTubes on the 30th of September at 6:28 p.m. here in the East. By Halloween, I will have 4,000 listings. I might exceed that, but I will not, unless I sell like 500 items. That would be good. But I aspire to have 4,000 live listings on eBay by Halloween. Will it happen? And now it's out there. It's recorded, so I can't say I didn't say that. You know it. That's what you got to do. You don't just buy them and have them sit somewhere. I have so few. Although I'll tell you what, I do have those Sterilite shoe boxes. My wife had a ton of them for the bakery business. She uses them for cookies. So we had tons. I have like, not tons, but I have like 50 of them with the lids and everything, which come in really handy right now. It's a perfect place to store these cards. So I'm about a little over half of one Sterilite box so far, which is pretty cool for me. Pound and a half, about 150 to 170. Okay, cool. Very, very cool. And again, Parker's, I'm not sure if you're on YouTube or if you do any sort of public speaking, it's very difficult to get away from those things that you repeat over and over. It's not intentional. It's quite subconscious. It's the equivalent of doing an It's a word that your mind is associated with. Let me think of the next thing to say. It's interesting. You should count them to get an accurate. Oh, I will definitely count them, Kelly. I just got them at 5:30 or so when the mail came. All I did was open them excitedly, place them next to me so I could show off some if I wanted to. Because again, in the Whatnot show, he flies through them. Obviously, you can't go through every card. So now's the time to really get into them. There's a couple of Disneyland cards, which I love. I picked up a whole Disneyland lot. It wasn't that many. It was like 20 cards, 25 cards. And I got them all listed and sold a few of those. So again, big fan of the postcards. The coolest dude from Oregon? Who is that? Would that be young Cameron? Thanks. It's welcome to the show. Pleasure to have you, sir. Really. Very, very cool. Johnny says he always sets goals. And now my new goal is 2,500 by October 31st. There you go. So there's two we have in stone. I'm telling you, everybody, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. In fact, let's do it. Let's do it live. My wife got me that. I'm a Beetle guy, Isn't that nice? I'm going to put it on paper, and then I'm going to put it on I have one of those whiteboards, as they call them now. It's kind of behind the green screen. I'm going to put it up there. So 4,000. Regardless of how many sell this month, by October 1st. October 31st. There it is, 4,000. I know that doesn't look like it's written in English, but trust me, that actually says 4,000 live. I don't know what happened to my L there, but there you go. I should be able to, it's laughable if you think about it. 800 listings. Let's do some math. Divided by 30 days. I'm going to do 30 because on Halloween, and I have a few shows this month, but that's not going to get in the way. You just double up on days you don't have shows, right? Right. 800 divided by 30 would be 26 a day. Are you kidding me? I should laugh at this, but it's good to be accountable to yourself at times. And that's what I'm doing right now. Well, good luck to you, Johnny. I hope you also make that goal. Yes, I can, GP. I'd be happy to. Hang on one second. Let me just race through these comments really quick, and I'll go grab it. Question for anyone here. I have some first day issues. Envelopes. Yep, trying to find the correct category in eBay. Does it go in stamps or sub? I think I put mine. I had a few in stamps. I could see if I have any left and where I put it. But if there's any stamp aficionados out there, feel free to contribute your thoughts. First day. I sold one. It's so funny you mentioned that. I sold one a week or two ago that had been in my store for like 2 years. Of course, I've relisted it 100 times, but first day, I still have a couple live. I do. Mine is in. I take this with a grain of salt. Yeah, stamps. Here, can I copy this? It goes stamps, U.S. stamp covers, U.S. first day covers. In this case, it says 1951 to now. And the one I listed is from the inaugural first day issue inaugurating the U.S. Postal Service, July 1st, 1971. So I hope that makes sense, everybody. Again, stamps, U.S. stamp covers, U.S. first day covers /51 to now, if that applies to you. If not, I guess maybe 50 and before, whatever's before that. And then mine drilled all the way down to U.S. first day covers 1971 to 1980. Hopefully that helps. I think it's correct. That's where I put mine. Parker's Postcards is a familiar face. I think he knows it's you. Oh, what? This is Cameron? Is that what you're saying? Is this his new alias? Are you guys, am I on Candy Camera? There you go. Cool. Do you like this new identity? I absolutely dig the sailor guy in the background, whatever that's supposed to be. A little yachting chap. It's good stuff. Stamp covers. Hey, John. Is it John, by the way? I always see Jay Smith, and I just, for some reason, say John. But welcome, Jay Smith. I do like the name, Cameron. That's cool. Yeah, you put the first day. Here we go. Does he have the same? Bam. Grant kind of echoing exactly what I said, except mine was 71 to 80. But, you know, whatever your decade is, whatever decade applies, obviously you throw it in there. You're welcome. You're welcome. True. Yeah, that's always a good idea. You see that all the time with my ads. If you put in something, it kind of prompts you to a logical category to throw them in. Cameron/Parker says, no, it's not new. It's my other channel where I post videos about postcards specifically instead of generally selling like I do on Gravity's. Okay, good to know. Well, then I will have to check out if I have not already done so. Parker's Postcards. Let me see if I'm subscribed to you over there. Didn't you do this once before? Now it's all coming back to me here. Didn't you once come in under that guise and trick me? Let me see. I might already have you. I might already be subscribed. Parker's Postcards. If not, I have Gravity Goods. I didn't know you had a postcard exclusive channel, Cameron. That's cool. There he is. I just subscribed to you. I suggest everybody do the same. And I will check out your videos over the weekend. Is it a relatively new channel? He's going to tell me, no, it's been on for 7 years. It looks like the oldest video is only 4 months. So, yeah, it's pretty new. Good luck with that. Congratulations, too. You would have hit your listing goal this month if your computer... Yeah, I know. Your computer was all screwed up. 1,000 short, but hoping to add a few tonight. You will. Hopefully you do it during the course of the show, too. Fool me once, exactly. Yeah, no problem, man. Good luck to you. I will check out some videos. Loving the postcard thing, so I'm obviously going to be watching a lot of postcard videos. And now that I don't have to worry about my show tomorrow, it's supposed to rain here too. You know, obviously we're not getting anything like what hit Florida or even Carolinas today, but it's still going to be lousy, rainy, windy, and all that stuff. Sounds like a perfect weekend to just hunker down and do some listing. Yeah, and I thanked you wholeheartedly. And, you know, I'd do the same for you if you had any questions about other stuff. So, but I do appreciate it, man. It was very, very helpful. And I'm definitely a fan. Definitely a fan. I had 20 cards listed in 30 minutes this morning, right out of the gate. Like 8 o'clock, I listed 20 cards really quickly. Then I did a handful of more during the day, just kind of on and off whenever I felt like doing it. And yeah, I dig it. I dig it, Kelly. I don't know why I just suddenly talked like I'm from Texas. I dig it, Kelly. You know why? Because I recorded an Eagles song this morning. We have a project we're doing, my Beatle band, to do like It's called a show band. It's kind of like oldies. They used to call it just an oldies band, like 50s, 60s music. And now it's expanded to it's 50s, 60s, 70s, and then it says 80s and beyond. This way, because oldies is a very relative term depending on how old your crowd is, right? If it's a bunch of 30-year-olds, they're going to think 90s are old, and that's going to be their oldies. And if you have 70-year-olds, they're going to think the 50s are their oldies. So anyway, we try to capture each one of those decades musically. And to that end, we had a new website launch, and I did some audio for the website, and I recorded Take It Easy by the Eagles today. So I was practicing my down home singing, even though he was from Detroit. But he sang like he was from the South, you know? I got to know if your sweet love is going to save me, that kind of stuff. So it must be in my my diction tonight. Doing it wrong, so I just had a power hit due to wind. Oh, no. You're in Chesapeake. Yeah, we're not too far. Doing it wrong. I hope you're all right. It's probably just a little, temporary thing, I hope. Unfortunately, my aunt who lives in Cape Coral, that was the direct hit that got it's exactly where Fort Myers is. It's like right across this little bay. And I fly into that airport all the time in Fort Myers, which is a very nice airport. But they got absolutely slammed. And I mean, they could have no power for weeks, literally weeks. Somebody, that was on purpose. Somebody testing everybody. Where's CJ? Yeehaw. Yeah, it just kind of got into my, sometimes it slips out when you, I was working on that song for a couple hours. Yep. Me too. There's 2 for you. Does Kelly have you using that software? No. He was inspiring me to, we were just talking about cards in general. Again, for anybody who hasn't checked in recently, it's my new obsession is the postcard thing, which everybody warned me would be an obsession. And sure enough, it is. But he was just helping me with, again, I'm sure it's infantile questions for somebody that does this for a living, but things like that. He was just helping me on how to word things. And I get confused with silly things. I'm trying to see if there's an example here. Like, this is not a good example, but I get thrown because everything I read and the Popeyes video series and just the thing that the categories within eBay. Let's say like there is what I think is a divided back card, right? And yet it has a stamp or a posting from like 1943. I'm like, oh, what gives here? That should have been 30 years before this. So every once in a while I get confused with little things like that. And then Kelly's like, no, it's perfectly logical. It happens a lot. People did sit on cards and then suddenly mail them literally decades later. So things like that. He's just been very helpful with that. I really appreciate it, Kelly. Texas has some of the thicker accents. Everybody has accents. We've talked about that previously. But yeah, they do have a thick accent. Yeah. Jeppies. It's Jeepy. Literally a drinking game. Cheers. Salud. A natural what? Good guess? Yeah, we'll see. Who's lying? Yeah, and he really does. And it's funny because at the end of the conversation, which was rather lengthy last night, it was, we were just back and forth. He said something like, I'm giving away too many trade secrets, haha. And he goes, but, all for the betterment of the postcard community. So that's, again, really admirable. I'm the same way with things that I know. I would go out of my way to help anybody I could if I know enough about it. I'm not worried about anything like that. Especially when somebody has a genuine joy for something like that. So it's good stuff. Just don't let it happen again. Parker, whoever you are. All right, guys, shall we? What do you think? What else did we show? We did, we showed the Instagram post from Popeye about his benevolent event coming up tomorrow night. We talked about, what else did we talk about? We talked about goals for the month of October coming up. I aspire to get 4,000 live listings, which is 800, which really is only, whatever the math was, 25, 26 a day. Incredibly easy. I should shatter that. And if I do, so be it. But I will report into everybody. What day is Halloween this year? I think it's a Monday. Whoa, isn't that convenient? Who does live shows on Mondays? So when we do maybe we'll do a Halloween show, everybody. What do you think? Is anybody going to be here? Is everybody going to be hanging out doing something fun? We'll talk about it. We still have a month to worry about that. But to worry about that, see? It's the Eagle thing coming through again. Not like a New Yorker with a Texas accent, huh? You were crabby by the end? No, you aren't. You were fine. All right. Let's bring up some ads, shall we? For the good of the group, let's do some sharing. Let's share the screen. I think I already made it larger so everybody could see. I hope. If not, we'll fix it. Yeah, I did. Where'd he go? There he is. Let's get rid of the banner. Everybody's already here. It is Friday. Welcome aboard. Okay. Continuing on from the last listing show we did as far as print ads, because we did spend a lot of time doing postcards last time. And we might dive in tonight, just saying. But let's go in. Here's the first one I pulled up. Without reading, I'm sure everybody knows who those two gentlemen are. Why Mr. Hope is wearing eye makeup. At least he looks more like, I don't know. He should be in like a glamour band or something. But anyway, that would be the legendary Bob Hope and Crosby. Known collectively as Hope and Crosby. Comedy team, comedy duo, many a movie together. So in this advertisement, you can see at the bottom, it says, give the finest gift of all, U.S. savings bonds. Hope and Crosby, and it has some shtick down there. But really, all you need to know on this advertisement is buy savings bonds, war, and Hope and Crosby. So let's get going. This is all the same. I just carry over from my last listing. It's 1942, Life Magazine, World War II vintage print ad. So we are going to put in, I'm going to put Bob, I'm going to spell it out. Hope Bing Crosby, because that's my main thing I want people to know. Although, again, the picture is going to sell, like most things. The picture will probably sell this. It's going to be pretty obvious to people looking for Hope and Crosby stuff that that's who that is. And then it's U.S. savings bonds, right? This one is ridiculously easy just to get us started on the right foot. Not be travel and leisure. And to Kelly's point earlier about the question about the first day issues, it's true. If you put things like that, like in my case, let's just say I eliminate this part, right? And I do change category. It should give you a logical place to place your ad. Like in theory, that's a very good spot right there. Collectibles, advertising, government. I don't think I've ever used that before, but guess what we're going to do? That's where it's going tonight. I'll just put back what I cut out. And what category would government be in my store? I'm going to put... I'm going to put movie stars, celebrities, and films, or movie stars and films, because that's really what they are. And again, that's just my internal store category, so it doesn't really have much of a bearing externally, but it certainly does for me. And let us go in here really quick. Black and white advertisement, not black and white, black and white. Original. There's no real brand here, but we'll put U.S. savings bonds. Print ad. We said it's from 42. Modified. The theme would be government. Sure. Absolutely. It's my regular price for these guys. I'm going to go up a little bit to 18 because it's pretty famous people. TJ literally taking a drink. You got to know the difference between when I'm fooling around and really doing it. But I'll fess up, I promise you, if I screw up. All right, everybody get the gist here? Let's see, is there anything else interesting? We could put contributed by this magazine in cooperation with the Magazine Publishers of America on Public Service. That's an interesting little thing. Probably impossible to read, but down here, everybody, that's what it says. Contributed by the Magazine Corporation with Magazine Publishers of America. Okay, good stuff. Got some holly there. Should we throw that in? I think it's a keyword. We have bow ties. Who doesn't love bow ties? We have striped suits. Any one of those. What are bow ties? I have a strange feeling that might be something people potentially search for. Alrighty? Nice, easy one to start things off. I haven't looked at this in a while because I've been postcard frenzied and listing nothing but cards for the last couple of days. All right, let's list it. At least we got the ball rolling. It's only 6:48. So in the first hour, we actually accomplished what I at least tended to do tonight, which was to do a listing show. And we got a listing done. So let's go in and create similar. You notice, everybody, I am still using the antiquated listing system. I have not gone onto this new listing experience yet. I have not been forced to, thank goodness. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. But as we sit here today, not yet. And I'm happy about that. I've watched other shows of people that use it. And again, it's not like it's rocket science. I'm sure I'll adapt to it relatively quickly. It's just a matter of you become familiar with things and you get into routines. And here I am wanting to, push forward and get another 800 listings done this month. And last thing I need to do is to be screwing around with some new listing format. Hey, Lori, how you doing? They look like, barbershop quartet or something, right? Heavy makeup there on Mr. Hope. Don't know what's going on there. A safe haven. Yeah, I know. Come to safety. Welcome to the show, Steve. And how you doing, Lori? As everybody sees, yes, we are listing. We are listing. Lori and Steve. And GP, I don't remember if GP was in yet. But if I say literally tonight, I need to have a virtual smack thrown my way and or you do a shot. I'm trying to come down. I opened the show a little bit about this, that I used to take these courses and all that good stuff about speaking publicly and how to avoid tics, they called them, like saying, all that kind of stuff. And also you'll notice if you watch a lot of channels, be it reselling or any other, type of a show, people get trapped. Even reporters do it. They get trapped and they say certain words that become tickish for them. It's almost the equivalent of saying, And I noticed, I don't know, the first 10 minutes of my speaking, I said literally, and this doesn't count. I said the word literally like 6 times. Like, whoa, I caught myself, So I said the rest of the show, give me a virtual slap or do shots. Whatever you feel is better for you. But point it out to me in all seriousness. That's the idea here. Point it out if I do let one slip subconsciously. Blast from the past. Keep up the great work. Speak of the devil. This is the new venture I spoke of everybody earlier about the cover band thing that we're doing. It's called a show band. That's the name of the band. We haven't even officially launched yet, but it is called Blast from the Past. So how you doing, Rich? That's Rich from Blast from the Past. Welcome to the show. Please subscribe if you haven't already to me, Rich, and then everybody. If you're interested in good music, go subscribe to the Blast from the Past channel, which I didn't even know we had yet. Apparently we do. Welcome aboard. And again, great to see you, Lori. Shots, yes. Yeah, everybody has things like that. It's not, it's everybody. And it's funny, the more you watch and the more you watch YouTube and you watch people or you watch performances, you see, you catch on. So many people have those things. I don't want to embarrass anybody, but I could seriously, not literally, but I could seriously rattle off 5 or 6 people I watch with frequency, and they have a slew of those kind of things where they say the same word over and over, whether it applies or not. That's what it becomes so ingrained in your speech pattern that you say the word and it doesn't even really make sense, or it doesn't apply to what it's not correct the way you're using it, but it just slips out off the tongue. Lori says like, which is like a teenage thing. I mean, everybody did that too, right? Like, how you doing? Like, all that stuff. That's a childish thing. But these are the equivalents as we grow older. Me saying literally tonight. I don't think I always do that, but I caught myself tonight. And I said, no more. Put the kibosh on that. Good to see you, Rich. Beautiful. Like. Yeah. One of those things that drive me nuts. All right, let us pull up number 2. Get rid of Mr. Hope and Crosby. Hope they have a fun road ahead. They made the road films, What else do we have that's kind of fun? World War II wise. We have some half-page ads. Now, these are going to be Your typical life form factor is 11 long by, not 11, 14? You'd think I would know this after all this. Whatever, I think it's 14 long by 10 wide or so. This is half the width, but it's the same length. So this is like, we'll call it 6 inches wide. And they sell just as well, as I know most of you know from watching these shows over these past few months. They sell just as well as the full pages. Again, depending on the content, obviously that's the number one consideration. Let me pull, we have a couple of those. So let me see which one is the most appealing for me anyway. The first one. This one's kind of wacky. It's almost like a cartoon. All right. It's for Beech Nut cigarettes. Did we look at this one already? Maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. But anyway, Beech Nut, of course, famous for making chewing gum. Apparently they made cigarettes back during the 40s. And let me give a quick look. This looks oh so familiar. Did anybody notice? Oh, long before the Valley Girls, Lori. My goodness. That was like 70s. Everybody was doing it. Like, let me look at my eBay really fast. It does look like a Blondie comic, absolutely. It looks like Dagwood up there, right? I don't think it is. Hang on. Let me just, I want to make sure I didn't list this already. For some bizarre reason, I think I've seen this. Hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong. Mazda, right? Mazda lamps. Hold the phone, everybody. I know I have a bunch of Mazda lamps listed, that's for sure. Mazda. I just want to make sure I haven't listed this already. Really quickly. I have 7 other ads. Let me just make sure this is not one of them. No. Cool. Don't know why it just seemed oh so familiar. Okay. Great question. Right out of the gate. By doing it wrong. It says, say beech nuts are the modern smoke, long, smooth, and mighty nice, but nonetheless, you get them at a good old-fashioned price. Okay? And then down there is a very bizarre image, cartoon image, of a girl, and it says, spare your eyes. Use a brighter Westinghouse Mazda lamp. I guess her eyes are enlarged because she's been squinting. Not sure what's going on. It's kind of weird. So we have 2 ads here, folks, in case you didn't notice. 2 ads. We have Beech Nut and we have Mazda. So shame on me. These are actually 6x5s twice. 6x7s twice. Which one do you want to list? I'll show you what I do. You go into the editing tool. It's actually really simple. So with one scan, you can get 2, and I just cut it thusly. Save. And bam, just like that. So let me fix my dimensions to it. So this one is 7x5. But to talk things out, you suddenly realize as you're speaking, wait a minute. This is not as I'm describing. All right, we're going to go with the cigarettes first. So there's the cigarette ad on its own. There we go. But that was a good question. A cool camera. And then at the bottom, everybody, there is a artist signature, which I will blow up and take a look at, hopefully. Desktop, desktop, desktop. I'm trying to blow up this artist name to see if we can figure out who it is. It's always a good thing to make reference to a specific artist, especially if they're famous. So let's just take a look really quickly and see if that's the case with this guy. This would be, last name is Siegel, S-I-E-G-E-L. The first name almost looks like it says D-I-N-R. Doesn't really make sense. Anyway, we'll look up cartoonist by the name of Siegel. Maybe he did the Blondie strips. I have no idea, like Lori said. But it's always a good idea to just take a look quick and see if there is any famous artist referenced in the ad. Definitely something you want to bring up. So we're going to go Beech Nut cigarettes. This goes into, wouldn't you know it, cigarettes. But I'm not going to put it in the cigarette category, as discussed 100,000 times on these shows. We're going to go to general merchandise because technically that's for actual cigarettes, people selling cigarettes or cigarette cases, stuff of that ilk. But then my internal is indeed cigarettes and tobacco ads. We'll change that. And let's go in and quick and do some of these things. We have black and white. Here's the color of the ad itself. Brand is Beech Nut, which again I find really odd. Has anybody ever heard of Beech Nut cigarettes before this? Ironic that they got into the chewing gum game. An ad. 42. US of A, not modified. Where is Dawn Wright? I know the crowd is saying, where the heck is Dawn? Omnipresent. My bum. No, she'll be on. I know for sure we're going to go back down to reality with the pricing. It's going to be 15 on that one. All right, let's take a look. I think it was who had referenced or who had questioned the type of camera. I thought that was a really good observation. It's also like an old-fashioned mustache. Isn't that like a, I think what he's saying, you get him at a good old-fashioned price. I think this is supposed to hark back to maybe like the 1890s or something, which would be 50 years prior to this. Like there's the modern gal with a modern camera. There's the old guy. Again, it kind of looks like an old-fashioned barber, doesn't he? With the old-fashioned camera. I would imagine that's what the idea of this ad is. Old-fashioned price, but a modern smoke. Let me go back to comments. Everybody it was doing it wrong. Yeah, good question about the camera. We'll have to look that up. See if there's actually a name for it. Yeah, disturbing image of the child. We'll get to the child next. I had Chinese too. I had to cut it short because I had to go on a live show. The food came at like 10 to 6, so I tried to wolf down a couple of pieces, little shrimp and broccoli. Doing the no carb thing since the 15th of September. I'm down 6 pounds. And when I say no carbs, it's the only quote unquote carb I have is I do put like a quarter of a teaspoon of sugar in my coffee in the morning. But outside of that, no carbs. That's doing well. 6 pounds, which is a start. It's nothing great, but it's something. I'd like to lose about 20 to 25. So write that down. 4,000 listings by Halloween. I want another 15 pounds by Halloween. But enjoy your Chinese. It was very good. I'm going to finish mine after the show. We're going to look up that camera for sure. Chinese. Yeah, it's delicious. What's up, Bruton? Did these beech nuts come in from Fruit Stripe? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I never heard of such a thing. It's not the Blondie artist. Thank you very much for checking it. Gum and coffee. Handlebar mustache. Excellent, Lori. Thank you. A brownie. I don't know if it's a brownie. Hey, Mark, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. We're doing World War II ads tonight. We might sneak in some postcards because that's what we do of late. But handlebar mustache is wonderful. And you can see we don't have that much space left, but I do like the handle mustache. And then the camera. The brownie on a stand like that, I don't know if they had them on a stand. But, you know, where they put the blanket over their heads and usually you used to hold the flash. Clip! Whatever that camera is. I might just put old camera. It does. Guess what? That's how it's staying, everybody. Handlebar mustache, old camera. Bam. Again, the photo itself does wonders to sell it. I think we're good with this one. And then we'll go on to Creepy Child for number 2. Can't believe I didn't realize that was 2 different ads. I just cut it and scanned it quickly. I didn't really go over, which is typical. I don't go over them that much. Yeah, Jeff, I see that. That's crazy, isn't it? A chewing tobacco too, huh? Any research on this artist? I'm sorry, I can't make out the first name. It looks like it starts with a B. A B or a D? Boy David, I'm not sure. And the last name is definitely Siegel, S-I-E-G-E-L. Again, the only reason I'm hopping on that a little bit is potentially that could be like a famous cartoonist or something that would be definitely worth throwing his name in if he's somebody famous. That's all. If it's nobody of like any renown, then so be it. No big deal. I think we're good. If it turns up that that's a famous person, I'll make a change. But for now, let's list it. And take a swig of my cheap water that we bought. But at least it's spring water. Carb-free, baby. 6 pounds. And if anybody's ever done this, I've done it a couple times. It does wonders for me. It's like my body seems to thrive on this way of eating. Hard to sustain long term with certain things. It really isn't difficult. You get so used to it. If anybody's ever done it, that when you do eat, like I love pizza, I love spaghetti, I live on that stuff. If I was to after doing this for a month or so, if I was to sit down and try to eat a pizza, I'd probably throw up after 3 bites. It becomes so filling, and bread and stuff like that just blows up in your stomach. And believe me, I'm not putting it down. I love this stuff. But it's incredible how your body adjusts to the way that's why you lose weight. But it's amazing how you become accustomed to whatever and it could be the other way, of course. If all you do is eat pizza and ice cream and all that stuff, you get so used to it, you crave more. So it's great to do this. And then you get into that ketosis state that everybody talks about. It's wonderful. And you laying in bed, calories being burned, fats being burned. Wonderful, wonderful thing. Not preaching, just saying that I dig it. All right, let's bring up the crazy. It really is an odd image of this girl, too. Something about don't squint your eyes. Maybe that explains the bizarre nature of this drawing. But here we are. Without any further ado, there she is in all glory. I can't quite make out. She has something in her hand, too. What is she doing? Knitting? Maybe? It's hard to tell. Something's in her lap. To me, that almost looks like one of those modern crazy cartoons where the heads are huge and the big, doesn't it? It looks almost like something you would see on a, what do they call the animation? Like the Toy Story type animation. What is that called? I can't think of the word. That type of animation, the computer animated stuff. Knitting a murder weapon, yeah. I should just throw Halloween in the title just for fun on this one. Because that would be one wacky looking dame, let me just tell you. Ketchup. Daguerreotype or accordion cameras are the names of those cameras. Cool. If you had that many characters to fill. Yeah, that's a bit wordy, but great information. Thank you very much. I'm drinking water as we speak. You're on the English channel. Correct. That's true. We don't speak with Midwest over here, Mark. With Chicago. Somehow you think that's right. I always think it's funny how people cling to their own little accents and think that's not an accent, but everybody else has one. Everybody does the same thing. Anybody else on the planet say Chicago, or do they say Chicago? Just wondering. Yeah, that is great work, research. Jeremy is doing it wrong. That's right. Forgot that. Needlepoint. Good stuff. Knitting a murder weapon. Yes, looks like Coraline. Yeah. Lamp is fancy. Is it a Tiffany? We're going to have to dive in. CGI, sure. Yeah. Is it CGI? Whatever. You know, like Toy Story. The computerized, isn't it called something? That form of animation. Is it computer animation? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Mark did a video on postcards with big eyes. I hope are you serious? You serious, Clark? Annabelle the horror doll. Yeah, exactly. Creepy is a good word. Yes, we are. Oh, she shall be blown up on the screen. Trust me. Chicago. There it is. Oof. Some chills. That is a kind of fancy schmancy. It's definitely not a Tiffany lamp. You got some flowers. There's a lot going on. It almost looks like a picnic basket, but I think Jeremy was correct. It looks like knitting. And down by her left foot looks like a little basket, obviously containing yarn and such stuff. You have a chalkboard there. You have the crazy girl in her rocking chair. That is really a borderline terrifying image. The more you look at it and what's going on around her, that's a very, very bizarre image. We're going to have to allude to that in the listing somehow. You know, creepy might just be the right word. Because if you're looking for a creepy 1942 ad for light bulbs, here's your winner right here. You're not going to find much creepier. I don't think. But let's build this one. We're going to go Mazda. Ramps, which of course are light bulbs. Well, technically, there's absolutely zero World War II reference here. I just hate to take it. You can put World War II era. It doesn't actually speak to the war, but it's of the time. I throw it in there because it's a huge keyword. It's a huge, there's a huge following of people that collect World War II stuff. It's definitely not tobacco. Well, let's go back into, we'll go household. Light bulb was a household ad, wouldn't you say? And we'll go household in my store as well. Household items, bam. We're going to have fun with descriptive words for this girl, though. Black and white. Miranda's Mazda. They don't just make cars, you know. Ed. 1942. Original. US of A. Modified. No. There we go. She might go up to a premium. Just the wackiness takes her up $2. The wacky factor. Oh, hold on. I see breaking news out of Chicago. First of all, we got Margaret Keane is the Big Eyes artist. There's a movie on her as well. Very interesting what her husband. No, I'm sure it's scary. That's who did this ad, Mark. Is that what you're saying? The sprint is too early for. Oh, okay. So it's not her, but it looks like her style. Mark, I read ahead on YouTube, which is on my left. Creepy and maybe cartoon girl. Yeah, I like that. Yep, absolutely. Almost. What's the other term? I'm sorry. What's the term? The kids that dress like not vampires, but you know what I mean? The kids that dress like the Addams Family. I'll come back to that. Kelly does not like guessing games. Just tell me what happened, man. Facts. Just the facts. Congratulations. Did you get your full asking price, Mark? That's really incredible. 1900. Salud. As I say in Chicago. Cheers, Mark. That's wonderful work, man. Did you say, apologies if you've already mentioned, did you say what you paid for that? Do you mind revealing what you paid for the card? Did you pay way up for it knowing you'd get this kind of money? I mean, even if you spent $500 on it, it's money well spent. Great work. Guess not. Yeah, goth. That's the word. Yeah, exactly, Jeremy. Thank you. Yep, CJ, goth. Very good, guys. Thank you. Perfect. That's going in the title. Whether she's goth or not, I don't know. But doesn't it look gothy? She looks like Wednesday. Exactly. That's why I was saying Addams Family. Beautiful. And they actually paid too? Hey, Connie, welcome. And thanks for the follow on the Instagram. Follow you back. 28 cents. Are you serious? You serious, Clock? That's the second time. But it's almost Christmas time, so. Wow. That's going to be, I would say, virtually impossible to top something like that. 28 cents in, 1900. Amazing work, man. Is there going to be a video about this, a celebratory sale? How about your buyer? Is he on the up and up? Is it somebody reputable? All that stuff. I would be nervous. I'd be a nervous wreck. It's like when we sold that item for $1,299 last month. Remember I showed everybody the thing that fell off the truck? I was really nervous about it, but it went through. Everything went fine. His money came. He was happy.
My money came. I was happy.
Yep. And you didn't see it till you got home. But did you know right away you had gold? Is it just what is it really? Is it the novelty of Uncle Sam dressed as Santa? Is that what makes it so valuable? No problem, Connie. Yeah, that's a great thing to do. I was a listing machine myself today. Big into the postcards. Got 1.5 pounds of new ones just this evening. I'm going to show them one more time because I'm excited. All California cards, 1.5 pounds. Popeye said about approximately 150 to 175 cards right there. They're all sleeved, so I have to unsleeve them. California too. Yeah, he's having Chinese food as we speak. And I said I ate 3 bites of Chinese before I had to start my show.
Can he hear us?
No, he's not there right
now.
He
always leaves every time I go on to.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
He's the only one you're allowed to spend money on.
Yes, dear. Let's catch up. Miss Flip it, everybody. Video will come next month. Have to let it sit. Okay, no problem. Really, congratulations, Mark. That's incredible, man. You knew it was special, but not that special. Yeah. Yeah, you have multi-part series on the Brimfield thing. Check out Mark on YouTube. There's the name, SM Postcards. Yeah, really. With a Brinks truck, what'd you do to Shrip? I would have hand delivered it. Incredible, man. I'm wondering if you're going to make it up to New York, but glad you met up with them at the event. So cool. That's huge news from Mark at SM Postcards. Congratulations. 28 cents into, what was it, $1,900? Good gosh. And yes, Mark, I'm eating water again. All right, everybody, let's get back to this wacky looking ad. I mean, just take this in one more time. Do you think goth applies? Notice the striped socks, which almost look like a boy's socks that I would have wore in 1974. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think that would be on a cartoon from 1942, but there it is. Knitting needles. Just an overall wacky, bordering on terrifying looking advertisement. 1942. It's a ad for, yeah, light bulbs.
You know what that reminds me of? Did you ever see the
Wednesday from every month?
Well, yeah, Wednesday, but there's the one that had button eyes, Coraline.
Yep.
That's what that reminds me of.
Without question. Well, we have all this space, everyone. Let's make it count. I like creepy. And going into October in 5 hours. I said that I really might put Halloween in there, even though it doesn't apply. It's wacky enough.
Yeah, I definitely
would. The Coraline thing is absolutely true. Who said that? I think
I did.
no, somebody in the chat said I think it was Allie.
Said that to you.
I think Allie said it.
Yeah, but she doesn't have button eyes.
She has crazy big black circles for eyes. Her soul is black. Black hole eyes. Black hole eyes. Don't you cry. Blind girl knitting. Blind girl?
Blind girl knitting?
I don't know about blind girl. Let's say it's in a 10 by 8 by 6 box and a box inside of a box. Yeah, that's good work. Did you send it like overnight or something? I would have it like overnight signature. Water ice, baby.
Water ice.
Water ice is ice. It's Italian ice. The people in this area I live in now call it water ice, which is like saying gas fog. Like it's the same thing. I don't get it. I don't get the terminology. Reading lamps can actually read. What a disappointment. Seeing impaired girl knitting. No, I would put blind. But I don't think she's blind. I don't think that's the idea here, is it? Spare your eyes, use brighter Westinghouse Mazda lamp. Is it implying that she's blind from not using them? That's messed up. That drags a whole new element of creepiness into it, too. We're definitely going to put knitting.
Is she knitting?
If you look at the...
Oh, no, she's cross-stitching.
She's cross-stitching, but
That's
she's...
not knitting.
Whatever. Oh, it's cross-stitching?
Yep.
Do you see the basket with the yarn or whatever down there?
Yeah, but she's cross-stitching. Creepy cross-stitching. Don't put knitting.
Let's get back on the creepy element. I think Mark actually might be onto something. I thought he was fooling around.
No, I think that's right.
Priority with insurance, huh? Well, good luck to you. Oh, very good. That's cool. Yeah, this is just an old ad, Mark. It's not Braille or anything, but upping the level of creepiness without question, Allie. Yeah, we got needlepoint in there. Possibly Cruel. The men in the room say knitting. Yeah, I guess we're wrong. But we are not. We are not. You know, it's not our responsibility to know terms like these. The hybrid doll girl is doing needlepoint. Yeah, that's another great point. She looks like a doll. Or one of those cartoons I keep saying, the modern day cartoons kind of has that creepy face. There's got to be something more to this. I think it's almost like looking at the Mona Lisa, isn't it, everybody? Everybody has their own interpretation, but there is some stuff going on. So I'm saying she looks like a girl / doll, Allie, right? Is it almost like it's like a creepy doll face fused with this little girl. And of course, her head is 3 times bigger than her body. It's just odd. Spare your eyes. Are they insinuating that she's done gone blind? Rocking chair's good. There's also a knitting basket, but which we're told is not really knitting, so strike that from the equation. But yeah, I had a blackboard I was going to put. We used to call them blackboards, chalkboard, whatever. Now they're called whiteboards, so I guess blackboard's official. Chalk. So much going on, and I am tempted to somehow get a Halloween thing in here. What do you think? That's what I said, Mark. It looks like socks we would have wore in 1974, right? Up to your knees with the stripes, like with the Eagles, with the a football team, Giants on there. You just have colors and it would correspond with like a football team. There's almost too much going on in this ad to I know they made the big thing about adding, 24 photos now? Show me this. I would love to see this expanded, your title field, to give you more. What is it now, 80, I believe, characters? Show me doubling that to like 160 characters. Then we could just like bombard Cassini with keywords. Oh, they still are. Give me another couple of words, guys. We've got a bunch, and I like everybody's. Yeah, half human, half doll. 40's been up. Hey, Michelle, welcome aboard. You would list as outsider art. Please do expound upon that statement. For those of us dummies who have no idea what you're talking about, but I like it. And welcome to the show, Michelle. Good to see you. No, I don't have the stripes. Yep, tube socks. Oh, absolutely. She's got a whole story going in my head where she has no eyes, and she spear them out with, oh my God. Yeah, look at Allie creating a whole story around one picture. Every picture tells a story, don't it? Rod Stewart. I need Michelle to come back. Does anybody know what this is? Outsider art. Are you saying like is that a category, Michelle? Just for fun. Let me see if there's anything called outsider art, because I've not heard of it. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I guess not. There's a whole theme of outsider art. Is it its own category is what I'm saying, Michelle? Is it like, as opposed to putting it into something like household ads? Should I put it in a more fun category, does anybody think? I really do. I'm deadly serious. I'd love to put it in Halloween. Who cares? People it's creepier than any jack-o'-lantern you're going to see in the Halloween section. Looks like something out of The Shining, doesn't it? Michelle, talk to me. I need to know much more about this outsider art thing.
Just to let you know, she was like a mascot for Mazda Lighting, that little girl.
Oh, okay. Maybe she's a voodoo doll. A type of art that's just a bit creepy. Have you been to Gideon's Cookie Store at Disney? Yes. I just haven't heard that term. I love it. Would you put that right in the title to attract those that like outsider art? Walker saying, back then when the gas lights came about, they did not like how they looked blue. Then the white lights came and caused a stir. Ooh. In-house scarecrow. Just listed as normal ad, but add outsider art to the queue. All right, very cool. Thank you for that tip, Michelle. Wesley Willis, yeah. Wow. How about what's his name? The guy from who's the music guy from Nightmare Before Christmas? Tim, what's his name? The guy did a little music for that. That's kind of probably outside of art. Is art made by people without any art education? They are outsiders of art making. Oh, hey Andrew, how you doing? Speaking of creepy, look at this, everybody. What do we have? Like a praying mantis with blood on the track? What's going on there? Welcome to the show, Andrew. But contributing to the creepy factor right here. Look at that, everybody. Is it a cricket? What's going on there? Welcome, Andrew. Welcome to the show. Don't mean to point you out right out of the gate, but that's a really interesting, wacky looking little icon thing. By the way, since you go to Disney, yes, you sell menus from Gideon's. Oh, you really? I sold menus for a little more than that from what's the one in Epcot? My God, the sea with that Little Mermaid. They had an anniversary edition menu, and that's a great point, Michelle. For everybody, bolos are definitely menus and Disney menus. If you can scoff them, if you go to dinner, you could always ask if you could have a copy just say it's that you want to keep it as a souvenir. They'll give it to you, and you go sell them. Good point, Michelle. Tim Burton, thank you. Yeah, it's like Michelle's Creepy Dolls. That's a start. Yeah, that was really cool, Michelle. Do you still do the shows with those? I saw your first one. That was a lot of work. Yeah, explain that, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew has the floor. Tim Burton. Okay, that's what I figured. Cool. Danny Elfman. Doesn't he sing? He sings the part of Jack too, I think. The quasi-operatic, weird style. This girl was used by them in about 11 ads for 41, 42. Cool. Hey, Barbara, welcome. Welcome to the show. You came in at a very creepy time, but we'll all be better for it after the show is over. I don't know. It was a weird bug you found on the hood of your car one day, eating some juice from a busted berry that was on the hood. Has this sentence in the history of mankind ever been constructed, folks? Reread that. A weird bug I found on the hood of my car one day, eating some juice from a busted berry that was on the hood. I bet you those words have never been put together in the history of the human language. But welcome to the show, man. Kelly, an expert on Dear Doctor postcards, contacted me. Speak with him tonight. Hope to get a recorded interview. Wow, he's been collecting for 40 years. That's cool. Yep, you can absolutely. Yeah, you can. But any restaurant, just so anybody knows, in Disney World, Disneyland, probably Disneyland Paris too. If you're a dining guest, especially at a table service restaurant, and you just ask for a copy for a souvenir, they will gladly give you one. And they do sell. Yep, he sings for Jack. Yep. It's a lot of work you put into those things, Michelle. They're crazy. That's a camel cricket. He said it's just a bug. All right. What do we? I mean, there's just so much going on. What do we hop on here? What's the last zinger we throw in here? We got the needlepoint, the creepy / I mean, what are the words? Oh, we could do Michelle's term, outside of art, which is not going to fit. Is it? Yes, do Michelle Trout coming in for the win. That's it. That's your crazy ad. And again, hopefully the photo itself will do wonders. You do pay for a second category, but I gotta see, just for fun. I think I might spend whatever the extra is for this in Halloween and then mark it up. Halloween ads. Wow, there's no Halloween ad section? Come on now. Anybody have any good suggestions for a Halloween category that this might apply to? Halloween advertising. I don't know if you guys. Oh yeah, you can see the screen. Okay, cool. Because McDonald's definitely applies. That's scary. Halloween. How about just Halloween? Bum 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 bum. Does Halloween not have its own thing? Let me go back to my group. Michelle came in late to congratulate Mark. Yeah, that's incredible. That's right. It was a Whole to Light card too. Westinghouse for the brand name? I could. Spooky's a good word too. Absolutely. Halloween, guys. What kind of a cat? How am I not coming up with a good category? I'm willing to give eBay my hard-earned dime or whatever it costs to do this extra second category. However, is there seriously not a Halloween? I keep putting advertisement, Halloween, and then I just put the word Halloween. I don't find anything. Holiday collectibles. I hate generic terms like that. Absolutely not. This is Halloween. Masks and eye masks, no. Wall decor, technically, I guess. No. I never realized that. Hi, Johnny. Welcome back, Johnny. Help me out. Where's Halloween? Somebody give me a category to throw this in. For the love of all that's holy. How do we not have... I can't think of any other word to put. I put a trick or treat. Be something. All I get is like, it just says holiday. I want Halloween. Halloween seasonal wall decor. Let's go the long way. Where would this be under? Under collectibles? It's definitely advertising, but how do I not have a Halloween? This is where I live all the time in this group. So we're not going to go there. We're going to go... Can everybody see this? Yes, you can. I want to find a home for this. It's too cool to just leave in household ads. Holiday and seasonal. Wall decor. You think that would suffice, Michelle? Just holiday and seasonal, which everybody's going to think is Christmas, but it's not. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, you're making a call? Good. I never realized I didn't have an actual dedicated category. That's really messed up. All right, there she goes, everybody. Good luck. Yeah, I'm throwing it. So for a quarter, we're going to roll the dice. Why not? 'Tis the season, right? Might just get some more eyes. I know she just went up to 1999. Thank you very much, Michelle, for the help. And I love the term, outsider art. Are there, because it's what I do now, question postcards. Does anybody know if there are postcards that would fit that description, outsider art? Postcards, of course, are traditionally much older things, but I wonder if there's something that could... I mean, here's an ad from 1942, and we're calling it outsider art. Love it. Thank you, Michelle. Good to see you, too. All right, that was fun. I'm glad we spent some time on that one. Anthropomorphic is awesome, yes. It's sort of the equivalent of the, what's the term that everybody uses? Mid-century modern, right? On everything to a nauseating degree. But you're right, there's people that'll just search for that. So I'm sure there are people that'll just search for that new term as well. And you got to go what's in vogue. Kelly's listing postcards he bought from John from Whatnot in July. Oh, you're just getting them to him now? Well, you have quite a collection, Kelly, so there's no shame in that. At least you're getting to them, right? They're not just something to hang your clothes on. You're actually listing them, which is beautiful. Yeah, what's up with that? Can't stand generic things like that. Calling eBay, that's hysterical. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful. At least when eBay took away all the categories for postcards, I didn't get as many messages saying you're wrong. That's not the right category. Yeah, that was harsh. There's only 2 left. Alrighty. Well, there's 2 in the books, I think, right? Is that 2 or 3? 3, because we had Bob Hope. And then we had these 2 little half-page ads. All right, let's see what other wonders await us. That one caught me by surprise. I didn't realize I had that. But I'm glad we had it. It's something that was a lot of fun. Let's try to top it, shall we? I don't know if we'll be able to top it, but let's try to continue with these fun ones. Trying to look for something we can converse over. When in doubt, let's go for beer. Pabst Blue Ribbon. You have a class reunion. Looks like a comic strip. And again, I will blow this up just to see if it was drawn by a famous comic strip artist, which is absolutely possible with some of these things. But let me see first if I can blow that up. If not, we'll have to save it. Yes, I can. Just says copyright 1942, Brewing Company, Milwaukee. Does anybody see a signature anyway along this comic strip looking advertisement. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for coming in, and congratulations, man. That's really, really great news. Very happy for you. I can't wait to see the video all about it. You probably get a lot of views on that one. Be careful how you title it, right? Turn 28 cents into $2,000. How to do it in a week or less. Incredible work. Let me just put Pabst Blue Ribbon really quick so we can have, again, fun with the picture. Pabst, P-A-B-S-T, Blue Ribbon. They say in Nolans, right, Johnny? Yeah. There is indeed a category that says beer. And I have a store category that says beverage ads. Beverage ads has my soda, my wines, my beers, my coffees, all that stuff. It's not Budweiser, it's not Miller and Heineken. It is Pabst Blue Ribbon. So that's some boring specifics. Not modified. US of A. The theme is beer. Nice and quick. Bam. I might actually put something like comic strip style. Would everybody agree this is like a comic strip? I mean, it certainly is, right? With the bubbles and the format, the style of drawing. The reunion of 37, which, think about it, is only 5 years before. This guy's supposed to be 23 years old, everybody. Interesting. Whoa, did I see to the side of my eyes? I did. What do my wondrous eyes appear? Omnipresent Dawn, who's already having a conversation with 10 people, and I'm just acknowledging, but welcome to the show, Dawn. Thank you very much for coming in, as always. And thanks again, Mark. Congratulations. Dawn, Mark sold that postcard that it was a hybrid of Uncle Sam and Santa Claus for almost $1,900, I think, right? $1,900. He spent 28 cents on it. So absolutely phenomenal work by Mark. Perhaps you just sold a slide of a guy drinking that. Cool. Listen, print ads. Way to go, Michelle. And again, thank you very much for that term. So much so that gets written down in the same book. All things eBay / reselling go in this little secret Imagine book. We have the 4,000 live listings by Halloween goal written down in blue. I was going to say black, white, but it's blue and white. And now we have, what was it called? Hybrid art. What is it called? Oh, my God. Outsider art. Outsider art. And then, of course, we give a little reference to Michelle with a smiley face and a thank you. Outsider art. One applicable. All the kids are using that term now, so we're going to use it. CJ, okay, handing over the, passing on the baton. Third line on the right side. Third line on the right side. We'll get into the thing. Kelly, that reminds me, sometimes when I look things up, I think with the barcode, eBay always says something about car parts. Really? Okay, we're going to check all this out. PBR. Oh, yeah, is that the Pabst Blue Ribbon, huh? Everybody's got to say hi to Dawn first. Seriously, I never heard it called anything else, so I thought you were joking, but we're not joking. PBR is actually a thing. Okay, I will heed your advice, Kelly. Thank you. Where I am, PBR is professional blower. Yeah, I know. I never heard PBR before, but whoop, why is my thing? Very Sally Forth art style. Okay, cool. Is that a comic artist of renown? Uh-oh, we're having issues with StreamYard. I'm clicking on comments and they are not being pushed. I wonder if that's not so much a youth thing necessarily, but is that like a geographical thing? Like depending on what part of the country you call it different things? Yeah, it does. Absolutely. It's and again, I don't know comics from a hole in the wall, but it obviously gives off that look. PBR. CJ, who, no offense, is not a teenager anymore. Who is also agreeing with the PBR thing. Sally Forth is a comic that's been running. Okay, cool. I know nothing about comics, Jeremy, so you know. PBR. Ben, it made the cut. Okay, let's check it out. We had some questions about the. What I'll do is let me blow this up. You know the drill, guys. I have to blow it up and then I have to share. You can only share one screen at a time on StreamYard. So let me get rid of the main one. And then I will blow up the picture best I can and we'll take a close-up look. We will share that screen. Oh, these Mazda lamps. Left hand. Mazda lamps. Share screen. All right, this should be a little more legible, I hope. I think it is. All right, everybody see it? Jack brings him back. Under the ribbon, was that what you were saying, Rutan? It just says copyright 42, Brewing Company, Milwaukee. Anybody see anything intriguing? It definitely has an old style comic book, and it's true. It looks like Bruce Wayne or something, right? I can't believe he's supposed to be 23 years old, everybody. 37. This is only 1942. That's crazy. Now, Jack, please apologize to Dippy and explain about 33 to 1. That's easy. It's the cooling quencher. 33 fine brews blended into one great beer. Flavor, extra delicious flavor because Pabst Blue Ribbon, like finest champagnes, reaches perfection through blending and specifically blended 33 to 1. We're going to have to throw 33 to 1 in there. They've referenced this about 18 times in the ad. Class party. Pilsner glasses. Well done, Jeremy. Correct. Pilsner glasses. See that? Great, great eye and great word to use. Love it. And we're definitely putting 33 to 1. Anything else anybody wants to? And it's interesting. They have something called a club size and then regular size. And that's a Pilsner glass. Absolutely. The glasses themselves, yeah, probably great. All right, does everybody have their fill sort of the ad? Is there any other question about the ad? Because if not, we'll go back to the regular listing section and start throwing some of these cool words into the listing title. Going once. Everybody got their fill? $21.12. Rush, Grant Williams, is that what we're saying? Rush record? That's all that comes to mind when I hear 2112. All right, we are going to go out of Zoom mode and resume our regularly scheduled programming. Let's go back. Of course, I X'd out of the whole thing, so let's hope it's saved. Oy vey. I hope eBay auto saves when you accidentally X out. I think they do. Your drafts. If not, it'll just take a second. Okay. Drafts. Okay, wonderful. It did save the PBR. All right, everybody, let's pull it back up. There we go. Pilsner glass. Love the Pilsner glass. Plus had some cool ideas. Dawn with food time, and she's still here. Making a supreme sacrifice and eating while watching the program on, probably from the comfort of a couch, watching me on the big old Roku. Say hi to your mom. Any other, did I miss something else? Oh, who was the artist style? Rutan did some research for PBR. It's not in the title, but brings up Pabst Blue Ribbon and bull riding. Okay. Edison bulbs. Sure. Yes. Grant talking Rush for no reason. Well done. Dawn, you go Mange. I eat about 3 bites of my shrimp and broccoli Chinese food right prior to showtime. I will continue to devour that dish after showtime. Oh, you're on the Fire Stick now. Good stuff. I thought we were on the Roku. Whatever works. Alrighty. Anybody have another suggestion? Who was this artist that was referenced? Or comic style? Sorry, I wasn't familiar with it, and somebody referenced it like 3 times. So I'm scrolling up to see if I can remember who that was and what the saying was. Yeah, Rootin' had asked about the printing. It just says 1942, Milwaukee. Sally Forth. You think it's would do any harm to write Sally Forth in there, or somebody going to become angry and think, no, that's not a Sally Forth piece? It's not the same. Okay. So no reason to be dishonest in my listing. But just like comic style. Comic style. With nothing to spare, everybody. Yeah, what are we eating tonight, Dawn? I know it's a light carb dish, correct? All right, this one's going through. Enjoy this one. Oh, I forgot to put the 33-1. Oh, well, who cares? Who's going to search? You know, Kelly brings this up when we were talking about the postcard thing. It's a great point. Like, sometimes in my interest of getting cool keywords in, it is really true to step back and say, wait a minute, if I was looking for whatever reason, a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer advertisement from World War II, would I ever type, some of those words? Would I ever type Pilsner glass? I mean, there might be people that collect Pilsner glass memorabilia. That's who you're hoping to attract. But anyway, it's a very valid point. Like, if I was going to search for something, I would just type in plain English on the Google or on eBay or on Amazon, Pabst Blue Ribbon advertisement. That's probably what I'd type. World War II, maybe. So sometimes there's a lot to be said for the keep it simple approach. But I'm also trying to remember that this is a search engine, essentially, and you have to feed it words so that it hopefully gets thrown out to a lot of different potential buyers. All right, this one's up. We'll go back to regular pricing, and we will list. Why am I paying 25 cents? See what we forgot to do, folks? Here's, I did this on purpose. Haha, no, I didn't. Don't forget, if you do splurge for the quarter for that second all-important second category when you want to do it, remember to remove it on the next ad. Or guess what? That'll stay out there for 3 months. And I'll say, why am I getting charged? See? Back to zero, everybody. That's how we like it. Anybody have the exact number? They've been giving out these free listings for like over a year at this point. I wonder how long it's going to last. I wonder how many we have. I'm sure I think there is on the home screen. You could see how many you had. It says like you still have 8,000 left or something, I'm pretty sure. A month or something. 10,000 a month, whatever it is. Which, if all goes well and I keep picking up these postcards, maybe I'll get to that point sooner than later. Oh, yeah, you would not enjoy pills. Yeah. All beers are not created equal. I think everybody would agree with that. All right, that's where we're rocking and rolling. We got like 4 or 5 ads under our belts already. Let me see. I have a lot of these. The ones I've been doing, these half width but full length. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still have 4 more, 5 more of them. 6 more of them. This one's good. But first, let's chime in and say hi to everybody. Because if I don't, I'm going to be 3 years behind in chat. Get out of here. You had Chinese. That's a Chinese food kind of night. Oh, that's right. Always got to get the maple leaf in there. Pillsbury beer. I know. The Pillsbury beer boy instead of the doughboy. Yeah, well said, Jeremy. Look at this. The man's a poet, actually. Boned is correct. Yeah, and if they, again, what we talked about last time, if they suddenly say for postcards you have to fill out, if all those recommended suddenly become mandatory, It's going to be a lot of work when you got 30,000 listings. Let's hope neither one of those things happen. Doughboy and Michelin Man must have cut down on their beer consumption. Those guys really slimmed down. Have they really? I haven't seen the modern day versions of those guys. Exactly. Yeah. Hard, Kelly. I agree. They took it away in Canada. Mongolian beef. Oh, no. Enjoy. Yep, Dawn's back. Omnipresent one. You do realize who this is, right? Trying to hide behind a innocent-looking sailor boy facade. Love a quality sourdough bread, Rutan. One of the finest things on this planet. Oh, man. Good sourdough bread. Oh, my God. As I 12 days or something into my carb-free adventures. But, man, some good sourdough. You've been cut down to 1,000 a month? Which is still a decent amount, but not for everybody. Food. Exactly, Jeremy. Yeah, we're going to get to the ad. It's awesome. Yep. Loose lips, sink ships, very famous. Recalendar frozen dinner. Oh, man. Did you have like a pot pie or something? Oh, frozen dinner. What was in there? Don't tell me Salisbury steak. Anybody remember Swanson's Salisbury steak? Oh, putrid. Oh, please, Cameron. You got to be kidding me. All right. What's your go-to? If you're going to have a fresh loaf of bread to die for, what would be the Cameron go-to in the Great Northwest for a piece of bread? Another thing I don't think has ever been uttered in the history of humanity. I'll eat your sour bread, Parker. Right. All right. So, all right, tough guy up there in the Northwest. What kind of bread do you like? He's going to come back with pumpernickel or something. Watch. Rice, chicken, broccoli, and cheddar cheese. Very wholesome. Wonder bread. Right. With bologna on it, right? Olive loaf. I don't want to get into this because it's going to definitely decline into this level of a show like we always do, but olive loaf, one of the more disgusting products ever created by mankind. Anybody remember olive loaf on a sandwich, on actually Wonder bread? Wow. Good work, Kelly. You're moving up in the world that you could buy cold cuts? They call them cold cuts, by the way. The kids are calling them cold cuts, like you call PBR. Banana bread is acceptable, absolutely. No nuts, though. Hold the nuts. Just banana bread. Yes, moderation key as always, Kim. Thank you for that. Health segment brought to you tonight. Zucchini bread sounds interesting. Those little Red Lobster cornbread things. Oh, they're greasy. Oh, they're nasty. In Red Lobster, yeah, the free bread they give you. Oof. I eat one of them and my stomach turns. Kelly loves him some pumpernickel. I like pumpernickel bread. I was just busting chops. I love rye bread. Good Jewish Arnold Jewish rye. There's a bolo for you in the supermarket, folks. You're going in the supermarket, you're going down the bread aisle, pick yourself up a loaf of Arnold Jewish rye bread. Your taste buds will thank you. Yeah, hold the nuts, says. Grant says, speaking of stores, he just upgraded to a year subscription on eBay. Congratulations. You're doing the month-to-month and forgot about it. Thanks to someone on Jiminy's show who recommended last week. Well, kudos to whoever recommended it. And welcome to the annual membership club, Grant. Great to have you aboard. I just got an email that effective tomorrow. Actually, my date is October 1st. I don't know if it's everybody's or it depends on when you joined. Maybe everybody's the same date. But I just got an email from eBay the other day. Your store will be renewed effective October 1st at the same level. And you have that opportunity to upgrade if you want or downgrade or whatever. They used to charge you a fee for downgrading, but I think they waived that. Correct me if I'm wrong. They did waive it for a period during the thing last year, trying to make it easier on people. But I know it was almost like the equivalent of like when you try to cancel your cell service you got charged like a disconnect fee or some ridiculous thing. As we speak, look what Lori's doing. She's in her kitchen. She's got the grilled ground beef cheesesteak sandwiches. We call those burgers where we come from. Ground beef equals a hamburger, but that's okay. Cheesesteak sandwich on sourdough. Love the sourdough. Cheddar biscuits. Yeah, that's what they call them at Red Lobster. There's a lot of grease in them, a lot of oil in them. I know they're good, but God almighty, they'll kill you. Thanksgiving, you do pumpernickel bread, and then you dip it in cream cheese and spinach dip. Good stuff, good stuff. It does sound good. Pumpernickel made here is okay, but real German pumpernickel is very dense and strong. Not a fan. Oh, sorry about that. Yours is July. Okay, so it's not the same for everybody. Well, anyway, mine is tomorrow, October 1st, for those who care. For the vast majority who could not care less, now you know. Yep. Sourdough. Sometimes I make the round loaves of sourdough an ideal bowl for like a French onion soup or something. You just cut it almost like you would cut a pumpkin, scoop out all the innards, and then you're left with a nice crispy husk of bread. Fill up some, oh man, that sounds so good. I'm actually getting chills right now. Fill that up with cream of mushroom soup is delicious in that, or a good French onion. Oh my God. And if you want to kick it up like 25,000 notches, then you put some either Swiss on top or some like sharp provolone, throw it in the oven, let it bubble up. And on cue, look at Cameron. Clam chowder, tremendous, absolutely. Bread bowl. Spinach artichoke is good stuff. I agree. If you attended eBay Open, check your messages. They sent a coupon. Oh, that's cool, Don. Oh, sure. Maine, right? Home of clam chowder. Maine lobster. That's the. Did you get a good lobster bisque up there, Kelly? Anyone work out what the best deal on the eBay store is? I guess it depends on what you use most. Yeah, and how many listings you intend to list and how many you have. There's actually some guide videos I've seen from individuals. Maybe if you just search for that, Grant, you might find something. All right, let me go back to this quickly because I don't want it to time out. But anyway, this would be, again, a very legendary, famous expression: loose lips sink ships is the expression. Loose talk can cost lives. So this is I'm going to blow this up too. It's Stetson hats of all things, which of course were incredibly in vogue. And by the way, they're also made in Canada, it says at the bottom. But it's a couple of sailors on a raft. The sub was waiting for us right on our course. So apparently this is the survivors from an attack. It's actually a very intense ad if you think about it. It's two sailors or submarine. What do you call somebody who, are they sailors as well? I don't know. Two inhabitants of a submarine that was blasted into oblivion, apparently, and they're on a lifeboat. And it says, the sub was waiting for us right on our course. So keep stump, as they say in Britain. Keep it under your hat. Keep it under your Stetson. A couple of witty plays on words right there with a very serious theme. So without further ado, let's at least do Stetson. Which is a very handsome hat, by the way. See if they have a category of their own. We'll go clothing 20 to 49. Sounds good to me. Clothing is my in-house category, in-store category. Oh, wow. Print ad came up. Type of advertising, print ad. If you do it 10,000 of them, I guess eventually suddenly you have that option. Okay. Original. Stetson brand. 42. Theme is clothing. Sure, why not? We'll go 14. Same dimensions are carrying over for all these ads, 7x5. Alrighty, let's go back. Actually, I'm going to put that right in. Loose talk costs lives. And then who had written? Hold on, we're talking lobsters. Hold on. Hold the phone. Shipwreck sailors, that's good stuff. Rootin', absolutely. Is it called a sail? I know it sounds silly and probably makes no sense, but a submarine person is a sailor as well? They just sail undersea, right? Under the sea, under the sea. All right, enjoy, Michelle. Thanks so much for contributing that cool art term. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great night. Enjoy the movie. Shipwreck sales we might be putting in. For most folks, never get past your basic store, 1,000 regular and 10,000 collectibles, a massive amount of listings. Yeah. For Kelly, that's in a weekend, 10,000, right? Maybe a slight exaggeration. Yeah, I really don't know. Seriously, are they called anything different? A half a pound lobster roll in Portland in peak season is $60.75. I go to a local spot down the road. Full pound, 15. Amazing. The only thing I don't like about lobster rolls, at least the one I have, is that they're cold. I don't like cold lobster. You're ordering bubble mailers last quarter, picked up some boxes, Melina, just yourself for storage. Good stuff. Holy moly. They're on sub sales. They got sunk by a sub. Oh, I got you. Okay. Is that what it said, Rutan? Did I misread it? Thank you. They're all sales, even if they intentionally sink the ship. Okay, cool. But I think Rutan's right. It's probably the opposite. They were on a boat, and the sub sunk them. Good catch, as always, Mr. Relics. So with that said, let's turn it around. Well, not really. We don't have to really change much. We'll definitely put shipwrecked sailors. Lifeboat. It's really a life raft, isn't it? Life raft, one word or two. And then why am I misspelling sailors? Because I transposed the L and the I. Life raft, submarine. And then say goodnight. Night, Gracie. Look at that. Bam. That's how it's done, folks. We're going to list it. We are. Because it's a listing show, isn't it?
Can you send me the Disney stuff, please?
You buy the tape that you're not liking that's eBay branded. Oh, I have tons of that tape. Used to be able to get a lot of tape with the coupon, yeah. And I'm sure everybody knows they always, whatever the price is, it's always a little bit more than, your coupon's for $50. So of course you want to buy something and it's $53.17 if you want. It's come on. Hey, Swamp Picker, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Yeah, Mrs. Flippett is back there doing cookies because that's what she does, especially on Fridays. It's decorating night. We baked, we flooded yesterday. Flooding means like just putting a white coat of icing, usually white. Has to dry overnight. And then tonight, we decorate. Well, she decorates. I do shows. You'll get over the branding. Yeah, it's quote unquote free tape. But isn't it the way? Always, right? The price, no matter what you want to buy, it always costs more than your coupon allows for. You want to get one stack of boxes and you have a $50 coupon, it's $56 or $53 or $51. And of course, you always have to pay tax because you tell me why. Why do we have to pay tax?
Can you send me Disney Plus information?
I have a request for Disney Plus information. Hold on, everybody. What's your Disney Plus information? Please hold as we. Great. So hang on, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to get some information. Yeah, Tommy, I agree. Not so much what is it, what's the purpose of it? To this extent, of course, I understand the concept of why we are taxed. However, I think we'd all agree It's gone amok. Good for you, Dawn. Yeah, we're the supplier for like everybody. We have Disney Plus, we have Hulu, we have Netflix, we have Amazon, whatever their movie thing is called, and about 7 or 8 people all using it on the lam, courtesy of us. Welcome, welcome. Hang on one second, guys. I am actually just trying to get some information to Mrs. Flippett regarding our Disney Plus.
Really, your mother-in-law.
Oh, by way of my mother-in-law, who wants to be the 8th person to log in on our Disney Plus for free. Get a message out to Mrs. Flippett. Pam. All right, sorry about that, everybody. Let's get back to the regular scheduled program. Control. Yeah, sales tax, but that's, you still have 100 other ones, like all of us do. Cool. Is it a premiere of that one? I haven't seen the first one. They have a show for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party with the 3, with Bette Midler and whoever the other 2 are, doing their little shtick with the witches. Most major companies incorporate Intel. Yeah, there's quite a few. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's see what else we have. Get rid of our Stetson ad. Cool ad, though. An impactful advertisement, I would say. It's hard to see some of these in my folder because here's the same comic style, everybody. Look at this one. Pep. Kellogg's Pep for vitamins. Again, you have the comic style, a couple of gals babbling over nutrition and whatnot because that's what they do. All right, Kellogg's Pep cereal. Kellogg's has its own category. You'll be glad to know. Okay. Makes it handy. Put this in food in my internal store category. Theme of cereal, sure, why not? Original. Right. Thank you for the information on the Anchor. I created an account. There will be a Jiminy Flip It podcast coming to you at some point. It's in the early stages, but I did sign up. Thanks to Tommy's advice for that. It's a cool, very cool site. They push out podcasts to multiple streaming services. No. United States. All right, Cyril, cool. Really difficult to read, so let me do the drill of opening this up larger so we could all read it together. You need another screen. Ben is live on whatnot. I'm getting tagged for Facebook auction. Oh my gosh. Yeah, really. Again, everybody take a look at that ridiculous thumbnail there. A bug on the roof of a car with juice. What was that? Juice street. It looks like a bloody something. Bloody cricket. One of the craziest stuff I've ever seen, but very cool and unique. Jiminy Flip It. Do you trim the smaller ads or send the full page? I trim and just send the advertisement. Okay. Thank you. But again, I do that on the back end when they sell. It just saves some time, as you've seen already, right? I cut them up like that first ad where it was actually 2 ads. I just do one scan, then I'll virtually cut them up when I'm doing my listing. And then when one sells, I'll go through trouble of cutting them up and everything. It just saves a little time for processing and listing. School setting, home setting. Okay, let's pull up this ad. I'm not sure what that meant. Okay. This should make it a lot easier to read, everybody. How's your pepper peel? Babs. Alice is a swell guy. This is great. Babs says, Alice is a swell girl, Mom, but something's missing. I just can't get a date for her. So here we go again. See, there's Alice in the back. She's swell, but she's moping. See ya on the couch? Clearly she doesn't have enough pep. Mrs. Brown says, Glamour, my grandma. All that roommate of yours needs is a little get up and go, a little whoosh, a little zip, a little pepper peel. Let me talk to her. So just bear with her a moment. Look at the difference it's making instantly. Oh, my God. Sold by grocers everywhere. Made by Kellogg's and Battle Creek. So anyway, it'll get her off the couch, get her a guy. Right there. That's all you need. A little pep in your step. Sugar? Pff, well, maybe a little bit. Yeah, whatever you want to do, Kim. That's what I do. It's just easy for me. That's a really funny ad, by the way, everybody. It's Jiminy Flip It here on this channel. It's a play on Jiminy Cricket, clearly, Andrew. You're saying, that's pretty funny. That should be my thing. Jiminy Flip It with his Jiminy Cricket. Yeah, whatever you want to do, Kim. It just makes it easier. If you get one of these flatbed scanners like I have, if you do these bigger ads, then it's actually a lot faster if you just do the whole thing. Because you've seen some of the ads I have that have like 5 or 6 or more ads on one page. I do one scan, I save it into my computer, and then when I pull in the whole picture into eBay, then I just crop individual images that I want to use for those listings. But it's all with one scan. I don't know. We're gonna have to continue in part 2, Dawn. And again, what did I do? I closed out my eBay screen. What are you doing? So all you need is a little pep in your step, gals. Get her off the couch. Nice big old dose of sugar will do you well. Bab says, all right, let's save this. Share screen. Beautiful. Well, what's the moral of this story? Eat sugar, get off the couch, get a man. Right? Is that it? That's the abridged version of this. And by the way, you notice the author of this is Bundy. It just says by Bundy. That could be frightening. I might put comic book style again. Anything on the hairdos, everybody? Dawn? Hairdo styles? The 40s hairdo styles. I don't know if they have a name. I talked about this last week. You know, we called the bobs for the 20s, right? Earlier times. But what about 40s hairstyles? Is there a name for them? Because if there is, I'd love to throw it in with a image like this. But if not, we'll just go with, I'm going to put comic book style. No, comic book style. Because that's what? Then you bring in people looking for comic books. Nobody looks for comics, right? Vitamins enrich. I'm going to put vitamins. Victory curl. Didn't you say that last time? I might put that in this time. Victory curl. Thank you, Rutin. Curls. We'll put plural. So we get all but 3 spaces. Was it rolls or curls? Is this a debate now? Thank you, Rutin. I think you mentioned that last time. I'm sorry I forgot it. Are they rolls or curls? Hold on, I missed puddings. If you hit your listing goal for the month and then sell a few to drop below the goal, did you reach goal? No, I said what I think I'm gonna. I don't want to be. What I want to do is by Halloween have 4,000 live. If I sell 200 things this month, then I have to sell more. But at the end of the month, I want 4,000 live. Does that make sense? So yeah, if I sell 100, 200, whatever I sell, hopefully during the month, that's not just postcards, bro. It's listings. I didn't say 4,000 postcards, just listings, live listings on eBay. But that's a good question. Yeah, I don't want to hit it and say, oh, on October 20th, I hit 4,000, but then I sell and I go below. That's not a bad problem to have, but I want to have 4,000 live on Halloween. Your play on words. Yeah, thank you very much. I thought it was really funny. I got to show everybody one day. First of all, Jiminy Cricket is one of my favorite characters in Disney. Always has been. Love him. So my wife got me a couple of, we have like ornaments, Jiminy Cricket ornaments, and I have one hanging right over me on the ceiling. He has an umbrella, and it took me all of like really good things, good moments of inspiration are often fleeting. I was sitting here, I'm like, I need a name for my channel, and I was gonna say literally, but I didn't, and I laid back, and there he was, Jiminy Cricket, Jiminy Flip It, and it just came out instantly. I wrote my wife, I said, what do you think? She's like, that's amazing. Hey, it is. It's a fun play, you know. Don't even know what to say. I guess she didn't see the we're on live light. Sarah said probably roll. All right, then we'll go with roll. Thank you, Sarah. Because I'm sure listing in the background. What's this guy? Gal, dame, broad, sailor. We got to speak in the times, right? We're doing the 40s here. All right, create similar. Rocking and rolling again. So cereal is done. I'm going to take a really quick break from listing for a few minutes. I just want to catch up with some chat stuff and rest my eyes, to be honest with you, because I've been looking at this white screen all day, like I'm sure a lot of us have. Hey, everybody. It is roll. Okay, cool. I changed it. Thank you, Dawn. Why is it so valuable? Oh, I missed. Sorry, Popeye came back. Hey, welcome back. Just reading back the check. Yeah, found and sold 28 cents in, 1900 out. Not bad. Not bad. In like a week or 10 days. How long has he had it listed? That's incredible. Did you know? Stupid question. You knew about this? You knew that this was like the mother of all postcards? Incredible. Yeah, I didn't know if it was just a novelty of the Uncle Sam Santa connection. And what do they call it? Backlit or something? Through the light, see the light. Dawn, delete your comment. Uh-oh. What are you doing there, Parker? If that's your real name. iPhone. 4K live, so you need to list 1,000, not 800. Right, exactly. Yeah. I didn't say how many I really had to list, but you're right. I could factor that in and then divide that by the 30 days or whatever. Yeah. But again, that's a good problem to have. I don't want to list, nobody does. You don't want to get to 4,000 and not sell anything. So yeah, I want to close out the month of October with 4,000 live, whatever it takes to get there. But you're right. Realistically, it should be like 1,000, I hope. Google says victory rolls. You always knew them as curls. 6 of 1. Yeah, exactly. Semantics, as they say, Jeremy. You're not blue? Oh, good. All right. Yeah, you don't work blue? The Santa. Yeah, hold the light. Are not common, and the patriotic Santas are rare. Put them together. Man. John, what's your all-time highest selling individual card? Yeah, that is interesting. Good to know. So when you see these out in the wild for 28 cents, I'm sure they're a dime a dozen. You want to pick them. There's a bolo for you. What's the comment? I'm going to hold off. I won't post it. I didn't put it up, did I? I could delete it too. It's my channel, you see. I'm not going to. When did you write it? How long ago? I'm all the way back to 8:04. Did you already get it, Dawn? Because I don't see anything. Neither do I. Yep, I think you had it in your postcard series. Oh, you have your highest selling. Yeah, nobody sees it. Are you delusional there, Parker? Too much spinach dip? Yeah, there's nothing with an address. $5.50 it was returned. Oh no. Jesse Tarbox Beals of a street in Greenwich Village, really? Why did they return it? Yeah, I don't seriously, Cameron, we don't see anything. Yeah, or did you post it on another show? Are you double dipping? There's nothing in here. Oh, the card was trimmed. You didn't notice. Oh man. Of course, it's got to be on the $500 card, right? Not on the $3 card. Murphy's Law, they call that one. How was your Chinese, Popeye? I have you left before I told you. I have Chinese too, and I had shrimp and broccoli, but I only ate a few pieces before the show. I'll be firing that up right afterwards. Nobody sees it, so I think you're good. Why you would post your neighbor's address that's a question for another time. You could actually retract or remove your own comments on YouTube. The right of the comment, click the dots. Yeah, nobody sees it. So good. That's a good thing, right? Okay. The poor guy was crying. Delete my comment, please. Everybody get their update to the user agreement email and read it thoroughly. Print it out. Read every page. Save it. Put it in a safe. That's what I do. That's what I do. Oh, do I have a story for you? And it's the truth, everybody. For those of you who like Chinese or used to like Chinese food, I recommend you hold your ears. To John's point right here about cat. What happened was, let me take you back to probably like 89 or 90. I used to work on Water Street in Manhattan. Some friends and I would frequent a lunch joint called Yips, Y-I-P-S, Yips, Chinese food place. Cheap, delicious. Notoriously, like, that's the old rumor that, they used to use stray cats and all this stuff. And God knows, hopefully it's not true. If you want to eat cat, at least put it on the menu that it's cat. You know what I mean? So we're sitting there, and I swear to God, you could probably look it up. Maybe there's an article now. I have no idea. But we were sitting there in Manhattan on Water Street and Nassau Street, eating at Yips. When I don't know the exact time. Let's say it's 12:30 in the afternoon. It's a packed. This is the middle of Manhattan, downtown Manhattan, packed. Like probably 1,000 people. It's 2 levels. We're sitting there eating. I don't remember what I was eating. Probably like I used to love like sweet and sour chicken or whatever. Grab something quick for lunch. It was cheap. It's like $5. You get a huge meal soda. Sitting there, and I swear to God, you hear this commotion. We were upstairs. You hear this commotion downstairs, and people are like scattering. And we're like, "What's going on?" I'm like 25, young kid looking down. Oh, what's going on? Long story short, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, raided. This is all true. Raided Yips. I think they're out of business now. It was a chain, and made everybody leave the building and all that stuff. So we just got up and left. And then it was in the news the next day that they found skinned, frozen, dead cats in the freezer at Yips. So it is not a rumor, folks. At least in that restaurant on that date, they were in fact serving people cats. You can unhold your ears now, but it's a fact. I was there. So say what you want. Eat at your own risk. I'm pretty sure the shrimp are shrimp. That's why I stick with shrimp. I never have chicken ever since that day. That's not true. I've had sweet and sour chicken now and then, but I almost never eat. I never ate chicken since then, pretty much. And God knows what the beef is. The beef could be I don't know if it's a chicken or the beef. It could be cat or whatever. Rats. They used to talk about rats because rats are the size of cats in Manhattan sometimes. But that's a true story. I've never looked up Yips. I wonder if they exist anymore. Hold on. Yips. Y-I-P-S. Chinese restaurant. Manhattan. How they exist still? Yes, there are Yips. 16 Beaver Street. Hey now. Yep. Oh my God, this brings back so many memories. They have an online menu. Eat at your own risk, folks. But that's a fact. Hey, Erica, how you doing? She is posting a pillow. Did you just say literally? No, I'm only kidding. I can't say literally. Posting a pillow in the shape of a cat head right now. That is kind of crazy. Also, hi. How you doing, Erica? Great to see you. Yeah, guys. So, eaters beware of Chinese food, at least at Yips in 1989. Maybe things have changed. Maybe they clean up their act. Oh, we got rain. Here comes our storm. We got the beginnings of this hurricane or whatever it is now. What is it? A tropical storm now, probably. It is hitting my area. This makes for exciting YouTube. Hold on. Let's why don't we share that? Oh, I can't because it's on a different browser. So forget that. Let me see if I can share the screen. We can share it. We can share it. All right, you ready for the AccuWeather forecast, everybody? There we go. Live Doppler radar. I'm here. Let's blow it up. Right on the, oh no, I'm right here. Actually, there's my house glowing. That's kind of funny. See this? That's Delaware. That's how dangerously close I am to Delaware. Philadelphia is up here. I'm from here, which looks clear as a bell still. There's Manhattan. And right here is where the water is, the rain is, and I'm here. So apparently it's raining outside. I don't know if these are outer bands, I guess. Look at how huge this thing still is. My sister lives down near Charlotte. She moved down there about a year ago. And she was saying it was really heavy earlier in the day. But here's this monster thing that wiped out my show that was supposed to take place right here tomorrow. Bethany Beach, Delaware. Complete washout. Somewhere down here. Isn't that crazy? Here it comes, everybody. Batten down the hatches. Do they have a motion version? I want to see if, which way is it going? Like just due north? Here we go. Going into motion. Yep. Up. Going north. Here it comes. John is inundated with rain somewhere around here. Ain't you, Popeye? Kelly is in the clear, but it's heading his way too. He's up here. Dawn, live in La Vida, London, over here. Good stuff. That's very, very funny. Yeah, that's a true story. I don't think I've ever told that story to anyone on YouTube. In fact, I know I've never told that story to anybody on YouTube. Erica's another Canuck. What do we have? 3 right now? And where is Carl? Carl is the resident, well, the second Canuck. Live in La Vida, London. You like that? You could put that on a shirt. Chill with cat. There you go. Sure, with the chopsticks too. Yeah. How to serve cat. That took some effort to put that string of icons together. That's good work. Eat Chinese food at your own risk, everybody. Especially when you go to cheap chain food places in the bowels of Manhattan and you get a $3 dish. You get what you pay for. You're not getting filet mignon in your beef and broccoli. You know what I mean? And the Mongolian beef that Michelle's probably enjoying right now. Beef. All right, guys. It is it's almost 8:30. So we're 2.5 hours in. I did want to check something on my other screen quickly, which I am doing right now. Just sold a postcard, boys and girls. Hold on. Can I show everybody? Yes, I can. Cha-ching. When did I list this? It's one of my new. Where's Kelly? He's making a believer out of me. Hold on. Thank you, Puddings. It just happened. I'm like, did I hear that? Because my phone is my camera, so I don't hear the ching, but I saw a flash on my screen. Hang on. Let's check out the good work. Not a lot of money, but that's not the point. It was listed yesterday, folks. I sold another one today, too. That was listed yesterday. Let me take it to this screen right now. I mean, this is like a week of eBay money or a month of eBay money on one sale. Let's hide the man's name for privacy. Let's share this guy, and everybody can tell me that it was a scam. Thanks, guys. Thank you. All right, I'm glad I have all the experts here to watch. Kelly, where are you, man? I want to give full credit to Kelly for turning me on to something last night. I sold 2 cards with this method in one day. 1 day later, I should say, not in 1 day. 1 day later. Love it. Bam. Bam. I'm not going to stop saying bam. I know I said it a lot, but it's an exciting word to me. That's right. $9. Just listed this yesterday. No, I'm not giving away his secrets. It wasn't a secret. He was just helping me with some stuff, and it's immediately paying dividends. Just a street scene. I like the horse and buggy. I have a lot of cards with these horses. You can just say horse and carriage, horse and buggy. But right there in the corner, the right corner. This is a pleasant little street scene, right? Alabama. Mobile, Alabama. Horsey. Sold. Oh, don't take a look at that guy's name. Don't delete my comment. Anyway, isn't that cool? $9. Going out the door. Monday morning. I'm excited. I love the postcard stuff. There was one comp from 927, 495. I told him to go higher, and he did, and it sold. That's all your fault, Kelly. Wasn't that cool? It wasn't so much the individual information on the comp. It's the method by which it was listed and the lack of. I admit, folks, because I do the print ad stuff, I fill out every specific on them, and always have. Kelly and John both preach the fact that you really don't need to, at least with postcards. I don't know if they do this in other categories that they list in, but in postcards, keep it simple, title, pictures, price, description as far as condition, which is like a canned thing, and list away. And that's what I did yesterday with, I think I have like 40 something I listed since last night, 45, something like that, in that little program I'm trying. And sure enough, man, 2 of them sold already the next day. Lends a lot of credence to their theory that you don't need the silly. And granted, we all know that there's a lot of specifics are complete overkill. I in 100% agreement with that, because Kelly and I were talking about that too today. And I was just saying, to do like a sort of an A/B thing, like test, like list 100 cards and fill out every specific, list another 100 and list none, and see if there's any difference in results. And again, bam, 2 cards out of 40. Not a great ratio, but not a bad ratio. They were listed yesterday and they sold. So I'm pumped. People also like to see street scenes with both horse and buggy and car. Yeah, sure, right? Because it's the transition sort of when cars became more popular. Yeah, and I have a bunch of those kind of cards, John. I love them. I thought that was a handsome looking card. I mean, call me naive. It's just a nice image. Mobile, Alabama, not, it's not oversaturated, I don't think, like Boston or some of these other cities that there's billions of cards from. Maybe that played a role. In any case, sold. For raising the market, no problem. I mean, $9. They said you should only bother doing specifics on the things that matter. If it's unknown, then skip it. True. But just so you know, Jeremy, when it comes to postcards, we're down to like not putting anything, because there are no it's only recommended in postcards, which is different. There's no required, right? There's no required specifics. You actually had the same view up with an all blue background for less. I told him to go up on the price. Yep. Well, anyway, again, it's not getting rich off of it, but I'm just pumped that they're selling. Oh, because of the blue background? Yeah, because now you're scanning, of course, right? 8 years. Wow. Yeah, not tooting my own horn. Honestly, I'm excited about the niche in case you didn't notice, and I'm really pumped that I use this new tool to list, and I blew off every specific, and yet I sold 2. So good stuff. And it definitely streamlines listing. I mean, no wonder these guys have so many listings. You don't put anything in it. You put the title and a picture and list. Title and picture list. Title and picture list, basically. So it makes the listing process a whole lot quicker and yielding results virtually instantaneously. So yeah, I will. But I'm married now. I don't have to toot my. Oh no. So there you go, everybody. Postcards, baby. Big fan. And thanks again, Kelly, for your help. And John, always. Thank you for your help and guidance in this venture. This is tomorrow's fun. I probably start tonight, but this is tomorrow's fun. One more time. Pound and a half of all California cards in sleeves. I'm not even going to ask the question. Obviously, you have to take the sleeves off. But has anybody ever tried to scan these things with sleeves? Is it a complete train wreck? Is it going to ruin your machine? Is it going to rip the cards apart? I would never conceive of such a thing. You average 5% of the items you will list on the first. Well, that's wonderful. I'll take that all day. And again, if you could just, once again, if you list 100 a day, which is very easy now, as long as I don't have 100 a day yet. I'm going to run out quickly. So I'm just got to keep buying more. Keep buying more. It's a win-win. Popeye cleans out his house slowly. And he spreads this disease amongst the masses, and we all make money. And I just enjoy them. I do. I enjoy them. I enjoy researching them even now. And different styles. Oh, I did have one I wanted to show everybody. Do you all see this without the shine? Blackie's House of Beef. Wink, wink. Or is it cat? Right? Washington, another boring town that there's a trillion cards from. The question is that a postcard? And if so, how does one identify a 3.5-inch by 2.5-inch card? It's more like a baseball card size. I thought this was kind of interesting. It was in one of the piles. So what is this postcard, gentlemen of America and ladies? If Connie's here, is this called anything? Is it a postcard? Is it called a small factor postcard? Is there a word for this guy? Please let me know. Popeye's patient 0. Yeah. No, man, there were people collecting postcards 50 years before we were born. But on the eBay stuff, yeah, you're probably right up there. Yeah, another one. It's a business card. Okay, cool. It's big for a bit. It's odd. It's big for a business card, though. It's much taller than a business card would be. It's basically a. It's exactly the size of a baseball card. Like if I was to hold it this way, that's a baseball card size. So is it just a big business card that has like a glossy chrome-esque? It looks like a chrome card, right, with that sheen. I know the you can see it there a little bit. The green screen screws it up. No, there is not a spot for a stamp. So maybe John's right. It's just a big business card. Jay Smith will play devil's advocate and say it takes about 10 seconds to add country, region, error, size on posted. I know, and I'm not arguing either way. Trust me, because I can't stand the fact that they require. It's not so much the printhead stuff is easy for me, and it does apply. It all applies. They don't have ridiculous. You've seen on all the shows. They don't ask me to put in some, pulp type of paper or something ridiculous like that. But with records and 78s, there are a lot of ridiculous fields, and I dabble in those. I do a lot of records in 78s and even CDs now, and there's a lot of nonsensical fields to populate that they're calling recommended specifics. In postcards, I apparently from these guys, they're like, a lot of it is nonsensical. Kelly used the term, I'm sure he's right. He's like postcard. And I've heard John say it too. Postcard guys are going to look for this, or they're not going to look for these other things. So I totally understand that. And if they're both doing it with high levels of success, why not, do the same thing? Best practices, as they say. But it's true. If I can save tons, and I can save tons and tons of time by just putting these bare bone things in, because they don't have any required specifics in postcards. It's crazy. In the print ad stuff, you say there's a handful of requires. There's some recommended what you could just do for fun. But there's not that many, and they all make sense. They're all applicable to the listing, whereas the postcard stuff, definitely the record and 78 stuff, there's a lot of nonsense that is not applicable, that nobody on the planet would ever search for. So, anyway. Dawn posted the series once again. Thank you very much, Dawn. Jackass is selling postcards 101. Oh, he has one too. Cool. It's a business card, Jeff. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. It's a big business card. It's a tall business card. Do I have another? I probably have my own business card somewhere. Probably in my wallet. I have a couple of business cards because I have a couple of businesses. But maybe it's just due to the age. They're a little less tall now. Good stuff. Thank you. I don't want to spend 30 seconds entering items specific for a $3 sale. If it was $300 card, sure, I would fill it in. Actually, you do items specific. Oh, that's good to know. And really, the only goal is to get these. The only purpose is to try to get your listing in front of as many eyes as possible. But the postcard guys, as they both said, that are looking for these cards, and it's proof because I just sold 2 of them using this incredibly basic level of listing, bare bone listing, and 2 of them sold in a day. That's a lot. Like for me, at this level with only listing a few, good stuff. So the litmus test, I love is it battery operated item specific for a candle holder? Yeah, I've seen Mark has a series too. I know Popeye uses WorthPoint for sure, right? At least in the videos, he said he uses WorthPoint for comps. But Kelly, you can answer that. I don't know if you use it. Or if you choose to reveal. If you can't find on eBay. Yeah, it makes sense. So there we go. A live postcard sale on the air. That's always fun. Show me some more. How many did I list? Let me tell everybody what I listed today, card-wise. I did 20, like I said, at 8 in the morning, right out of the gate. And then I had to do some other stuff. But let me see how many I got up there. And I can tell right away because it says item specifics. 11 recommended, 11 recommended, 11 recommended, which I've never seen before. That's crazy. I have done today. Let's see how many listings. Wish there was a faster way to count. Probably is. I have done. Anybody have any clicking music, mouse clicking music we could play while I count how many I have listed today? Using this new method. It's not new. New method for me of listing postcards. Listed a lot. I won't count the print ads that I just did. Show me a count. 39 cards today. Not bad. And I'm definitely going to do more tonight. Hey, Jeff, have a great weekend. Thanks for coming in, as always. I'm going to send an offer out that just became available for something that's not a postcard that I want to get rid of. From West Germany. Let's see if that sells. I'm doing it wrong. Electric candles, candle holders could be battery operated. Good night, Jeff. Good night, Jeff. True. 20. That's the current state. Close to 28,000 recommended. Kelly signing off by 11 in case you need help. That's all right. I think I'll be all right. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for spending some time last night. It was good. You're at 3 whole listings today. What are you gonna do? What do you sell there, Jeremy? A little bit of everything? Do you specialize in anything or niche down, as they say? It's pouring out there, folks. Wind's howling out of the northeast at 19 miles an hour. 57 raw degrees. Pressure dropping like a stone. Humidity up at 78%. It's a listing kind of night, a listing kind of weekend. Let me just be the first one to tell you. Kelly at 55. Got to finish bookkeeping for August and then printing orders in a few. Cool. I'm probably signing off, guys. Honestly, I'm starving. I want to finish my Chinese food, and I want to get to checking out these new postcards I got. I still have a bunch from my last batch. Not a bunch, but I have several more that I got to list. Maybe we'll do Friday. Put us down. We'll do a postcard listing show on Friday. Okay, next Friday. What's the date? That's right before Paperpalooza, right? Not Paperpalooza. What is it called? Ephemerama. We will do one Friday. October 7th, my mom's birthday. But she's in Florida and I won't be able to see her anyway. So I might as well do a listing show. We'll do postcards. So pencil in everybody. Live listing show. Postcard related, October 7th, 6 p.m. here on Jiminy Flip It. Monday we'll do the chat show. I'm going to check in with Travis again, see how he's doing. I'm trying to get him back on and into the swing of things. Vintage ceramics glass. Cool. Well, that's a lot harder to list, obviously. Yeah. So doing a handful of those can take you probably a good part of the day. Not the day, but it'll take you a good bit of time. You didn't get any listed. Yeah, but again, these are things that need to be done, Dawn. Nothing wrong with it. You keep putting it off. Comes back and bites you in the bum. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay dry if you're in the Northeast like us. And weather's changing. It's October. Fourth quarter begins in just 3 hours and 15 minutes. And hopefully good things happen for all of us. I'm really pumped up about postcards. I appreciate all of you for coming on, as always. And thanks again to John and Kelly specifically just with helping me so much with the postcard stuff. I'm definitely enamored by it. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see everybody on Monday. Peace and love.